Alrighty. Oops. Turn down. What is going on, guys? How we doing? How's everybody's Labor Day? I just got a new solar light for my shed, so I was just fiddling with that right here. I'm doing all right, man. Today I went over to my mom's house, and my grandma was there, and she brought her ribs, and so we mowed down on some ribs. And it was a really good time. Spent time with her. Yeah, had a good time there, and quickly went into the food coma after eating those ribs. So I've got my girlfriend's dog over here with me right now. She is out working, but Bella, the Brindle Boxer, is in the house or in the garage with me here right now. So if she's with my golden retriever Ryder, gets a little out of hand. They play fight, and they get really loud. They're all over each other, so they get a little wild. It's all play fun. They don't actually hurt each other, but they get pretty loud. So I figured break them up for the video right now, just because they'd be going at it. You couldn't hear me probably. So she might at some point come up on my lap here, but right now she's just kind of poking around, looking around the garage. I got some toys in here for her, so should be a good time. I had pork and jalapeno sandwiches. Yes, very good, very good. That sounds real good. Oh my word, little spicy. I can do a little bit of spice. I just can't do where literally my eyes are. I mean. I don't know. I can do spicy, but a hair past, hot. My eyes are watering. I mean, my ears are melting. Like everything goes crazy. So it gets a little wild. Let's see here. Another shirt. Yeah, man. A peanut butter sandwich. Very good. Very good. The Synergy paid to get back to Goshen. Great question. If you are going east and you come back to Synergy through 80, anywhere east, they pay the tolls coming back. So a good rule of thumb is sometimes you might be tempted to go ahead and send in your paperwork as soon as you get done at the delivery. Well, you're leaving money on the table because you yourself are going to have to pay for anything coming home on those tolls if you turn in your paperwork early. So just be very – I always wait until I get off of the Indiana 80 exit coming down to Goshen. They'll even sometimes call me, hey, you going to turn in your paperwork? Yeah, I will when I have all of my receipts to be able to turn in. You'll get your paperwork. It's been delivered. It's safe. It's good. But I'm getting all of my money back. This is not a donation to Synergy. You owe me money. You say you're going to pay, so I'm going to wait until I have all the receipts so that you can pay. So going west, they do not return. They do not reimburse tolls. So just a thought there. Reset channel, what's going on, man? Hey, just hanging out here. Went over to my mom's, had some ribs, spent time with my grandma. She is 93 years young. So I had a great time with them. Slipped into a food coma, woke up, and came back to my house here. And I'm just in the garage, just hanging out. I got this recliner here that my dad gave me from somebody who had it. So this is now my garage recliner. So whenever I'm out here, and if I'm working on the truck or I'm tired or whatever, I can just kick it back and just go all the way back. So yeah. How many miles are on your truck now? Kenny, I'm at 564. Probably. So that means I did my last oil change. Settle down, baby. I did my last oil change at 550. So got 13,000 on the oil. I'm probably gonna wait till about 570, maybe 575. We'll just see how that goes. But yep. Caught me on the live. How are you? Yes, David. What's going on, man? Hey, I responded to your comment on there. I don't know if you saw that, but just want to let you know I was for sure going to do one at some point here. So, yeah, man. Let me introduce Bella to you. Let's see. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Bella, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come the other way. Okay. Well, you want to come up here and meet everybody? Bella, come here, honey. Let's go. Come on. Say hi. Hi. This is Bella. She is 3 years, and she is a handful at times, but she's a cutie. She's a lover, and I think she's like 45 pounds total, but she's a good girl. We almost didn't make through the first year, let me tell you. My girl, I don't live with my girlfriend. She lives in an apartment. And so, she had to deal with all the potty and, floor messes and everything. But this dog, let me tell you, she just about didn't make it through the first year because she did not mind. She did not listen. And we had some serious trouble, but she's really turned around. So that's Bella, and she's a little sweetheart. That's my girlfriend's dog. It's a new dog that doesn't look like the same one I saw yet. So Ryder, the golden retriever, he is inside the house. And I was just saying earlier, when they get together, they basically, have you seen those cartoons where, I can't remember who it was, but they get together and it just turns into a big, mosh pit type of craziness. And they're not killing each other, they're not attacking, but they're just, play fighting really hard. And so, so they go nuts and they make a lot of noise. They're not hurting each other; they're just kind of going at it. So I just separated them because you probably wouldn't be able to hear me if they were both in here at the same time. If you guys want, I can go show you Ryder, pull him in here. He thinks he's a lap dog too. So he'll come over and lay on top of me here and, weigh me down or whatever. But Bella, okay, that's the toy. Thought she was eating a light a wire I've got on the floor. But yeah, so that's the girlfriend's dog. See, that's all Bella. Okay, so dinner with David. That is my older brother. He's 5 years older than me. His name is David, and he said squirrel pony, and so the reason for him saying squirrel pony is because Bella. There's just been so many times where she's so squirrely. She literally is she's hopping around, and she's all over the place. She's just a busy bee, just going nuts. And then when you see her run, she looks like she is like a pony, like legit. She is galloping forward. And so I'm a guy who comes up with weird names. And so I started calling her Squirrel Pony. And so my brother, he's sharing the details there. Bella, come here. Nope. She wants the bone, guys. All right. Any plans on getting a new truck in the near future? Michael. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm choking up a storm here. Getting a new truck, right now I am. I've got so much money and new parts that I've put into, whether I did it myself or I've had other people do small other things that I can't do, that I don't know how to do still on the truck. Uh, you know, I, I've considered it. The idea of going from zero miles or lightly used with low miles. Honestly, I had zero problems from 79,000 to about 300 plus, or 300, 350, somewhere in there. I had just about zero problems with my Ram. So the thought of having a truck where I don't have any issues for 300,000 miles sounds like a vacation. I mean, it sounds like I'd be spoiled to death. And that sounds great. But, the value of my truck right now, if I were to turn it in or try to sell it to somebody, no one's going to want to buy my truck. It's going to be just to part it out, or I don't even know. It's original transmission, original turbo. Injectors were put in at 405. So it's really kind of in my mind, who would buy it, and I would get taken anyways. And with all the value that I've put into the truck since, why would I do that? So in my mind, it's everybody's choice, and I'm just kind of wrestling with it myself. But it may be, my goal has always been, wow, could I get to 1 million miles in this truck? And I would love for that to happen. I may go through a turbo or a transmission or multiple, but is that possible to be able to make it to 1 million? So right now I don't have any plans of buying a new truck, to answer your question. Sorry, I'm drawing this out, but just trying to think through it, talk through it. I don't have any plans right now, but obviously if I had an accident, God forbid, hopefully that doesn't happen, but if I did have an accident or something, then that would, obviously I'm going to get a different truck, but how new of a truck would I get, type of a thing. But so we'll just see. I'm just taking my time with that. But great question, man. What's up, good load for Arkansas now. Very good. Awesome. Is it a travel trailer? Is it a fifth wheel? Where are you going in Arkansas? Are you going to Little Rock or around there? The last time I delivered to Arkansas, it was a little dealership northwest of Little Rock, and that was a fairly interesting delivery. It was a small dealership. They had a handful of people there working, and they took like 45 minutes to start checking me in, and it was because they thought every person thought someone else was going to be checking me in, because it's not a big operation. And so everybody else thought that someone else was doing it. So eventually I'm just sitting there on their couch in their waiting area, because I'm just like, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to park? I need direction somehow. I called before. They said, just pull in. So I got no direction, no help at all. So I'm just like, anything, please. And so anyways, that was my last experience. It took a while to get finally checked in. Once they realized no one's checking this guy in, maybe we should figure out what's going on. So that was an interesting situation. Reset channel, cough, Ford. Oh, man. Oh, the 6.7 Power Stroke. I don't know if I can do it, man. I definitely can't do the 6.0 again unless it's from. Let me take a second to put a little infomercial or whatever in here. If you have a Ford 6.0 or a 6.4 or even, I guess, a 6.7, you need to go to the YouTube channel Power Stroke Help. Power Stroke Help the channel as well as PowerstrokeHelp.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all by any means, but I have been watching them. His name is it's Bill Hewitt. Bill, I think that's right. Maybe I'm getting things mixed up. But he knows everything about everything. They do a true bulletproofing of the 6.0. He's basically given up on the 6.4, but he knows what he's talking about with Fords. And if I ever bought a Ford, Reset Channel, if I ever bought a Ford, it would be from him probably, because he gives a lifetime warranty, guarantee, everything on his whole setups. So yeah, man. I think there would have to be some major problems for me to jump ship on the Ram train here, but it's possible. It's possible. Use E-ZPass, and how do you get your receipts? Okay, so I answered this in my other live, but obviously not everybody's on every single live. So yeah, I do not use E-ZPass. I don't use any of those toll passes. For me, so the question is convenience. Well, it kind of comes down to convenience over money. If you use an E-ZPass, it can. I've only heard this. I haven't done it myself, so maybe I'm a liar. It's possible, but I've heard that these E-ZPasses, it can take up to several days for those timestamps or whatever to pop up on your account. So if you are trying to get paid, it could take several days for you to actually be able to print that off or whatever you're going to do to be able to turn it into your company with all the rest of your other tolls that aren't E-ZPasses if they don't have that with your paperwork from the dealership. So it is possible it could take several days to get paid. And so at times I've heard guys say, well, I need to get paid because I got to pay these bills or whatever. And so they'll do it without the E-ZPass toll receipts. And so I'm just like, man, you're coughing up some money potentially for not being able to get reimbursed, that time versus the money. And so, just 30-minute break is over. Back on the road. All right, Reset Channel. Thanks for stopping in, man. Awesome. Appreciate you. I hate Ford all the time, but I have zero complaints. Gotcha. Awesome, man. I personally don't do any of those things. It's much my opinion, my choice is that I'd rather go through the toll booth, have to carry the cash or use my card, whatever it's going to require, to be able to get those toll receipts in hand right then. And then I had said earlier in the stream just a little bit ago, if I'm going east, I get reimbursed for the ones coming back to Goshen, coming back west. So I wait all the way until I get back to Goshen, get that last toll receipt in Indiana on 80, and then I turn in all the paperwork. And then I get reimbursed for everything. So I'm not coughing up my own money for stuff that I would have been reimbursed for. So, travel trailer headed to Hot Springs. Okay, gotcha. Hot Springs, that's just southwest of Little Rock, somewhere in between there and like Texarkana, something like that. I think I've stopped there before. In Conway. That sounds familiar. Yeah, Cameron. Gotcha. Okay. Alan, what's going on, man? Synergy needs to do what Mapletree does for tolls. Give us 30 days to turn in the toll receipts. 30 days, wow. But pay us for the load right when we turn in the paperwork. That's awesome. That's a great idea. That is excellent. I'm with you. That is very good. I wish they would do that. If Synergy did that, man, I would probably be doing the E-ZPass then for sure. That's awesome. Let's see here. Let me see if I'm caught up here. Hi there from Ohio. Awesome, awesome. Glad to have you with us. Yeah. 22 in the house. Oh, my word. 23. Wow. So if you didn't catch my live yesterday, I just, I can kind of get caught up and go on rabbit trails if you haven't noticed. And so the reason why I haven't done live streams, and, I could have done it at 1,000 subs, but I've chosen not to, is just because I feel like, man, am I going to be able to give enough value for it to be worth it for you guys to stick around? And so I really kind of doubted myself if this is even worth it to do for you guys. And I just thought, man, I just need to stick to my regular videos, and at least I can edit out all the rabbit trails I go off on and stuff, and all the, my tongue going crazy, saying crazy stuff. So I've just waited, and I just finally said, people encouraged me to start up and start doing these. So hopefully it can be a help to you guys. The Cookie, what's going on, man? Oh, great one. Oh, my word. What's going on, man? Well, I'm in the garage here. I've got Ryder, my dog, in the house. And then I've got my girlfriend's dog. She's out working. She's busy right now. So I've got Bella the boxer over here. And she is patrolling the front driveway. So that's pretty exciting over here. Thumbs up. This is video. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Awesome, guys. If you guys don't have any questions, is there anything you'd like me to talk about or to share with you guys? What's going on, Dave? Hey, man. Thanks for joining us. Tony, thanks, man. You do feel comfortable doing. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it sounds weird. I've had this channel the whole time, but it sounds weird to me to, I feel my personality is more of a behind the scenes kind of guy. That's, if you notice my more earlier videos on my channel, it wasn't about RV transporting. It was just how-to videos for my truck, for the Ram. And, I basically didn't want to be in the video at all, essentially. I just wanted to show how to do things and then get out of the way. So I could, people would be helped by that. So I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and try to share more with you guys. So yeah. Happy Labor Day, Steve. Yes. What's going on, man? Latin Patriot, what's going on? Can I start pulling RVs? The F-150. Mr. Patriot there. So an F-150, I suppose it's possible, but you're going to have to find a company that is willing to allow you to run with that. Most of them require a diesel truck, if not on the other side of that being at least a 3/4 ton truck. So I'm sure there's some companies who would be willing to roll with you on that, but you're just gonna have to search and find them out. I've honestly never heard of any company to do that, but I'm sure some are willing to at least try it out. So check every company out as you can, find out their requirements. Yeah. Dave, do you have CDL? You have a CDL. I have a CDL-B, which means nothing. So a little bit of, if you guys care to hear, a little bit of my background. I got my CDL-B by being a school bus driver. I was a school bus driver for 2.5 years, I think. It's been a little bit of time, but 2.5 years. I was a school bus driver, and I got plenty of experience with some of those big big school buses. I've got some crazy stories about school bus things with kids and crazy situations that happen on the bus. Some of these kids in our schools across the country riding on the bus, it can be a war zone, and it could be very honestly dangerous for kids. There's bullying that goes along. There's weapons that they bring on the school bus. There's crazy stuff that can happen on the school bus. So, I had my fair share of wild situations. I could share that stuff if you want, but yeah. So I got my CDLB as a school bus driver, and then hopped over to RV transporting for many different reasons. But yeah. Have you had any problems with your DEF system? Steve, by the grace of God, I had no idea what I was doing, but I don't have a DEF system on my truck. I have a 12, which is the last year where they did the fuel injection, the diesel injection system to the DPF instead of DEF. So I do not have DEF. I had no idea any of that was an issue or a thing or any of it. But I have a 12, which does not have DEF. So I'm so grateful for that. That picture. Okay, thanks. Yeah, man. Again, I hope you're able to find a company out there who can do that, can work with you on that for an F-150. I mean, it's going to be in great condition. He said it was a 2018 or 2018 V8. It probably could do the job. My only concern, if it were me, would be just the suspension. Can the suspension and the frame and everything hold up, depending on those heavier trailers that you would, possibly be pulling? That would be a concern for me. So just a thought there. Just wondering, would someone new, make more money with a trailer pulling 2 or 3 campers versus just pulling a single camper? Yes. Yes, you would definitely make more money pulling 2 or 3 for sure. Your startup cost for running that setup is going to be a lot more expensive. Again, I haven't done it myself, so I can't really tell you. Besides buying the trailer, buying, I'm assuming a winch and all those systems, which I'm not the guy to share with that. There's some great help on some of the Facebook groups, RV transporter groups that are on there that can help you with that. If you just go into the search bar and type in, first time, getting pulling 2 or 3 campers, or I don't know what would be the best way to search that, but so anyways, yeah, man, you could definitely make more money pulling more campers. I'm waiting for parts tomorrow. Okay, let me pull it up on my phone so I can see a little better. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay, so Steve, sorry about that. Just connecting the dots here finally. So you're waiting for parts for your DEF system. Is that why you asked if I've had any trouble with my DEF system? So are you replacing your whole? Oh my word, the sun's really bright. We might have to move here. Sun is going down, and I'm being blinded. Can I put to block? Oh dear. I got a piece of styrofoam blocking out the sun. Just gonna try to hide here. Get vision back here. I'm waiting for parts. I don't think any company will be very limited on what you can haul. Yeah, Alan's right. You'd be very limited. What they would even be willing to let you haul with that. That could be, depending, especially on the lean times, even if you could get leased on, that could be a real headache because you might not be able to pull these heavier loads that they have, and there might not be, it's your cup is going to be a lot less. It's going to be a lot more empty with potential loads you could do for an F-150. I wish I had PayPal. I would have given you 100. Oh my word. Wow. Yeah, you guys don't have to give me any money at all or anything like that. I really do appreciate anybody who would be willing to donate or whatever to the channel. I'm everything that I do. I'm just trying to put back into the channel and do the ad revenue and stuff. Actually, that's a question I have for you guys. In my videos, do you think there's too many ads? Is it too much? Do you mind it? Let me know. I don't want to be a jerk. I feel like I put in a reasonable amount of ads because I am trying to build the channel and put money back into it and build this thing up. So let me know about that. What your thoughts are, and it's okay if you think if it's way too much. Please let me know. I need the feedback. I don't want to be the guy who just hammers you with ads or whatever. So please let me know. 26K is your max, like it would be for a non-CDL person like me. Bella, don't bark, baby. Bella, come here, honey. I've got my girlfriend's. If you're just joining in, I've got my girlfriend's dog here, so she sees somebody across the street, she's ready to roar. Let's see. Max, it would be for me. Be for a non-CDL person like me. Dave, so technically, because I am with a CDLB, I'm limited to a non-CDL person. So up to 26,000, and that's the cutoff. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. If you're asking me, Sean, what's going on, man? Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Tony, so what can a CDLA haul that you can't? So for me, so it goes off of the GVWR of my truck plus the trailer. So the gross combined vehicle weight rating or whatever it is, my truck is rated at a 12,300 pound gross. It actually weighs less than 10,000, but obviously the payload and the bed and everything. So 12,003, and then what I'm able to pull is up to a combined of 26,000. So that means I can pull 13.7 on a trailer. So 12.3 pulling a 13.7 trailer or under. So for me, my range is 13.7 or less. Someone with a CDLA, there's trailers that are up to, I've seen like 20, 21, 22 that we have that are, ridiculous fifth wheels, or they're park models. They look like train carts that are just absolutely insane. So, I wouldn't really be enjoying my tires being eaten up like that very much, but they would be paying, probably depending on your company, being paid more on those types of loads for you. So let's see, and it is what your fifth wheel height is set at, like from the bed to the top of the fifth wheel plate. Good question. And I don't have the answer to that. Sorry. Sean, I think it's somewhere in the middle. It's a B&W Companion, I believe. And I know there's multiple levels. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think that's where I'm at with that. So yeah. If you really want me to find out, send me a message and I'll send it to you later. Excuse me. I'll get that to you, but definitely don't know that right now. Leak Def and melted the end of the hose at the DPF. Oh my word! I am so sorry, Steve. That is rough, and I'm assuming fairly expensive. Did you have to go through the dealer for that, or was there anywhere else you could go to be able to get that, or even like a used setup for that? Man, that stinks. Sorry to hear that. What device are you streaming on? A computer? Yes, I'm on my computer, my MacBook Air. It's a really old computer that I use for school. And so I'm on the computer, and then I've got my phone here, just trying to be caught up better with the chats here. So let me know if it's a bad stream or if there's any problems with it. But yeah. Do you play Fortnite? I don't. I do not play Fortnite. I don't know if it was you or somebody else who asked me that last stream, but I don't. Sorry. That's what I do. I have what's called a tow and haul. Yep. So Alan's able to pull up a smaller trailer, or however big it is, onto his bed, and then he's got a hitch down below in the back, so he's able to tow and haul. There you go. On his setup, so that is awesome. He's definitely bringing in more money than me, for sure. He may have some more upfront costs with everything, but definitely bringing it in. That's awesome. I know that you have mentioned about making sure that you have some money put away when starting out. I'm returning from PD soon. What's a good ballpark number to start out with? David, man, so depends on your setup. So do you already have a 3/4 ton diesel or bigger? Is it paid off? Do you already have a lot of towing stuff already on hand, as in like hitches and tools and all these kind of things? Or are you going to have to buy them? And the truth is, you don't have to buy an auxiliary tank. You don't have to buy the fifth wheel hitch immediately. I didn't. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Let's see. My Ford came with a hitch, and then that was a headache. So yeah, just kidding. I think I've had a fifth wheel hitch the entire time. I just didn't really use them because I was still figuring out travel trailers at the beginning, just wanting to learn that better. But good ballpark number. I probably spent for the limited amount of tools at the beginning. Man, I don't remember the beginning. I'm trying to remember, but it was buying preemptive things. I'll just call it that, preemptive things, tools, the triangles, the battery, all these different things. I probably spent $1,000 total. And then over the first 6 months, I probably spent for a fuel tank. Actually, that was much later on. Just kidding. I gotta get my timeline down. Sorry, guys. The fuel tank was $500, $600. You can get some decent fuel tanks online on Craigslist. Make sure they can actually hold the fluid, but there's no cracks or anything. But I would say at least a couple grand, besides the truck, besides the insurance that you're going to have to probably. I think they make you pay the first, depending on the insurance company, the first month plus whatever. So maybe possibly 2 months worth. Ask questions before you get into all that, but I would say at least a couple grand. Even just doing single pull. That's my opinion. That's where I'm at. But I'm a person who wants to have as many tools and as many things. Even back then, when I didn't know what I was doing, I wanted to have as much preemptive stuff possible to have on the road, so that if I get in trouble, I'm not getting in bigger trouble. So that's kind of where I was at there. Keep that truck. I wish mine didn't have the DEF system. Yeah, man, that's a big part of it. The emission stuff, all those things. I only hear chaos and real struggles. People struggles with that, and it's costly. It's just so costly that I hear. So I'm definitely gonna probably keep this truck as long as I can, to 1 million miles or more. Whatever's gonna happen, I'm gonna try to baby it. So, Belle, settle down, baby. Sit down. Come here. Come here. Come here, honey. Come here. All right. Say hi to everybody. Bella. Bella. Oh, she ain't saying hi. Let's keep going here. Been thinking about it. CLA. Just don't know if I'll be sleeping in a pickup truck 6'8" tall. Oh my word. Wow. You are a tall man. I'm 6'2", and I'm not skinny. And so I can't imagine another 6 inches. You know, I sleep diagonally in my truck, even with the back seat taken out. I've got a video talking about that, talking about the back seat situation. But I sleep diagonally. I put the front seat back forward, and I'm able to stretch out all the way. But man, that's pretty hardcore. Let's keep going here. Got to pick up the speed. Original qualification. I heard other people have had before getting started in this. Yes, is the way, the truth, and life. Yes, absolutely. Other qualifications. It's interesting to me how there are companies out there that say, well, almost all of the companies require 6 months experience. Well, if everyone requires all this experience, how are people going to be able to get that initial experience? It's just kind of crazy. But I believe on Synergy's page they say professional or personal experience with a trailer. So if you own a trailer at home, and you've had it for 6 months and you use it regularly, not just every once in a while, and hopefully you're going to be honest about it, but that they would require, or that would be acceptable. Besides getting experience with that, I don't know of a whole lot of other requirements. I know every company has their list of requirements for the driver, but the day after my birthday, I was hired on. I was leased on to Synergy. So when I was 23, so when I could legally get the commercial insurance, that was when I was able to hop on. So, but yeah. Where am I at here? I always lose my place. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so slow. Yes. Definitely more money in multi-haul. Yep. Semi with 53 foot. Ram dually was destroyed. Oh, man, Alan. That's rough. Then gave up for a hauling tow truck. Gotcha. I'm 6 months sleeping in the back seat of a pickup. Sucks. Alan, do you still have your back seat? Do you have a bed set up? Let us know what's your deal. Fun. Steve says it's free. Bella, settle down. Come here, honey. It's free deaf. Common misconception about DEF is that it's what is used to clean the DPF, when it is actually just an after treatment system that can be disabled in the aftermarket without taking any parts off. All right, Alan, giving us the info there. Very good. Richard, happy Labor Day. Hey, man. Yes, sir. Alan, I was thinking about sticking with a rig. Yeah. Don't blame me there. Yes. Thank you. Definitely stick with semi. My home's built on. Awesome. On the subject of fifth wheels, are you using grease or a Teflon plate? I've got the, I guess it's Teflon, the plastic green plate for the fifth wheel. I went over to Pro Motor in Goshen and had them install that. So, yeah, man. It's been, I don't haul as many fifth wheels as I do travel trailers, but it's still in pretty good condition. It's not tore up, beat up too bad. So, yeah. Teflon plate grease is not allowed on new trailers. Oh, that's another. Thank you, Alan, giving us the info here. Yeah. I think I used. I guess I was in trouble then. I think I used grease on my. Well, probably on the load that I blew up in Missouri. With my Ford 6.0 when I first started that first 1 month, and after 1 month my truck blew up. um, that I think I used grease on my fifth wheel plate for that fifth wheel I was hauling to New Mexico. So I guess I was in trouble there. F1 plate for my fifth wheel. The new injector was 240 and the new hose was 156. Okay, that's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Steve, glad that wasn't as well. It's $400, but I feel like could be worse with those systems. Can you pull fifth wheels with no CDL? Yes, you can. It's the same thing, just getting up to that 26,000 mark. If you don't have a CDLA, you could definitely pull fifth wheels. Yep. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs so I can stream. I say that right? Yeah. So I can stream. All right, man. Yep, it's a slow process. I got you. Alan, yes, you can pull fifth wheels without a CDL. Yep. True. It's a long way. Yes, it is. I was here at school, but okay, Andrew, you want to hear a school bus story. Okay. I will get to that in a second here. These live videos. Hi again. I think I'm liking these live videos. Awesome. Thanks so much. Are you allergic to anything? If you are, what is it? These are some wild questions. I appreciate it. The truth is, if you really want to know what I'm allergic to, and you probably don't believe this, and it sounds crazy, but I am actually allergic. When I was in middle school and high school, I had tests done on I had severe allergies when I was younger. I couldn't have a lot of normal things. And so as I've gotten older, allergies can change. They can come and they can go. They can get worse. They can get better. It's just a crazy thing. Our bodies, have an issue with. And so I'm actually allergic, if you can believe it, which you might not. I'm actually allergic to beef. I'm allergic to any type of dairy. I mean, obviously that's lactose intolerant, whatever. So beef, dairy, gluten. I'm allergic to not soy. I'm allergic to what else is there? But any type of dairy from any animal. It's just insane. But yeah, beef. There's a few other meats that I'm allergic to slightly, but not as bad. But yeah, beef and cheese are just it's pretty wild. I might as well just go out and eat grass at this point. But actually, and it's a little crazy, but right before I started this job, in the beginning of 16, I actually was vegan. If you can believe it, I was vegan for 9 months straight. I weaned myself off down to just grilled chicken and then vegetables and fruits. And then I cut out the chicken and then I cut out any other processed kind of thing. I lost like 75 pounds. I was feeling the best I've ever been able to feel. My mind was so much quicker. I didn't have these slow, everything was just running at a higher quality, I guess, in my body. And then I started driving. So there you go. Pretty rough in my estimation I was doing so well and then started driving and then crashing and burning. Definitely not that way now. I wish I was. It's a slow process, but this is not a food channel, so we'll go off of that. But anyways, yeah, that my allergies and and that kind of crazy stuff. Definitely a big part of my life. I will get back to the school bus story. Just 1 second. Let me catch up all the way here. Let me do a video on electronic tools you use: GPS, tablet, printer, laptop, and help with your job. Paul, thank you for that. That is actually written down on my video list. I've got quite a bit put together, but I try to group things together with my different videos. So that is coming. Just try to be patient with me. I definitely want to get that out to you. And I guess I'll come back to the school bus story right now. So Andrew, you're finally going to get your story here, and I've got tons of them. So if this is interesting to you guys, I'll come up with a new school bus story every live stream if you care. But basically, I had a school bus that I had an elementary route and then a middle school route, and so middle school wasn't too bad. A couple troublemakers. Elementary was the whole school bus was a playground, and so I'm constantly pulling over. I'm constantly, hey, sit in your seat. I had a school bus where I had seatbelts. I don't know about other places in the country, but some of our buses, not all of them, had seatbelts, and they were required to wear them. And so getting 53 elementary kids to wear a seatbelt on a bus when they want to play around and hop around with their friends is an absolute joke. Just absolutely insane. So anyways, one of the kids that was regularly up towards the front with me because he was the kid jumping and doing backflips and hitting girls and just crazy stuff. He was mostly in the front with me most of the year. I rode him up several times. I talked to Dad. I talked to Mom. Kicked him off the bus a couple times because he did some pretty wild stuff, dangerous stuff. And so anyways, this kid, he brings his bag that has 3 pancakes and scrambled eggs all over. It's in a Ziploc bag. And there's syrup all inside in a Ziploc bag. He's just digging in there and grabbing. Okay, so he's doing that all the way to school, and I'm looking at him like, what is going on? I smell syrup. What is happening right now? So I'm like, dude, you're not allowed to have food on the bus. Like, put it away. Put it in your backpack. I don't know what you're going to do at school with it, but put that away. So anyways, so he starts to get an attitude with me. I say, you're going to sit right here on the edge. You're going to move. I have the kids move so I could see him, so I know what he's actually doing. And, I had to clean the bus every single day, and there's, food, and there's wrappers, and there's stuff all over. It just comes with the job as being a bus driver. But basically, this kid all of a sudden got real quiet. And he just puts his head down, and we're almost to school. And so everybody gets off the bus, and he refuses to get off. He will not go. So he starts crying, and he ends up saying to me, Mr. Daniel, I pooped my pants. And I couldn't really understand him at first. And it's one of those things where you're like, say that again. But then as you're saying, say that again, you actually processed it. And you're like, oh, he said, I just pooped my pants. And I'm just like, okay, let's go into the school. Let's call Dad. Let's figure this out. I'll be here with you. That was the end of the day. Drop off for me. And so he gets up. He's wearing shorts. He's wearing shorts on the bus, and he just pooped his pants. So he gets up, and he stands there on one of the steps, and he won't go forward. And I'm standing behind him, and I'm saying, okay, let's go. And I hear it. I hear a stream of you-know-what pouring down his leg onto the floor, onto the step. And maybe you guys don't want to hear this anymore, but literally, this is my life. RV transporting, no big deal compared to this stuff. Like crazy. And so literally this kid literally pooped his pants, peed his pants, and as he was walking out, if you can believe it, stuff actually came down and dripped down his leg and landed on one of the steps. So I called on the dispatch, said, "Hey, into the school, hey, can you guys send out someone or some supplies or something so I can clean up this mess?" Literally, this kid literally just peed and pooped his pants on my bus, and he is in tears. And I need some help. And literally for a solid minute, no one actually responded to me. So I'm just standing there. The kid's in tears. He's losing it. I'm like, he is so embarrassed. And I'm like, it's all right. It's okay, buddy. It happens. It happens. I'm like, it's okay, man. And so like, we're gonna take care of you. It's gonna be all right. I'm with you. We're gonna be okay. I got you. And so eventually the lady gets on the mic and says, "Did you get it cleaned up yet?" Click. And she's like half laughing. And so I'm just like, "Nope. Just looking for some instructions here, what to do. Need some help. Any help. Please." So the principal came out, and then one of the cleaning janitors came out, and I had to clean up. It's my bus. I'm the one who has to do it. I had to sanitize and clean the whole thing. My whatever dispatcher, whatever you want to call person at home base said, "Hey, what's going on? Just want to make sure you're okay. See your location. You're still at the school. Is everything all right?" Had some issues. Going to have to pull into the bay to have them hose this out because I had a kid pee and poop, on my bus. And and they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, you just take your time there, okay?" Like, oh my word. So anyway, that's one story. I've got some other crazy stories that are a little bit more action-packed than just that. But yeah, that was fairly interesting. The day after that, he no longer brought food. So I don't know if that went through him or what happened, but oh my word, man, crazy, crazy stuff. So let me get back to the chat. I'm so sorry. Hopefully this was not like too boring for you guys. Just wanted to share that story since Andrew asked. Let's see here. Using grease is not breaking any rules, but a dealership that does the inspection and catches it may have a complaint. Gotcha, Alan. Okay, that makes sense. Richard, maybe what you're not allergic to. Wow. Yeah, man, it feels like that. My digestive system is just not what it needs to be. So we'll leave it there. But yeah, I thought that's how it was for everybody, but apparently it's not. So anyways. So what do you eat on the road, Carlos? There's some times where, depending on where you go, you can get a real home cooked meal type of thing. Cooked to order, meat and taters and some vegetables or something, a salad bar maybe. What often happens is, at least on the way home, I'm eating fast food just because I'm trying to keep the wheels turning, which is horrible. Oftentimes I try to go to Walmart's, put a video out there where I stop at night. If I can, I like Walmart's just because they've got their deli open. Sometimes if I'm early enough to get there, they've got some of their, sandwiches. They've got some salads that I'll try to get. Even some fruit. I'll just buy tray of fruit or some type of thing and just kill the whole thing, drink some water, and I'm done for the night. Obviously, with how big I am, I have not done a good job. And everybody struggles with balance in our lives, no matter what the type of situation is. But for me personally, I struggle so much with overeating, even good things. This industry, being on the road, has really caused me to struggle with, I'll have a somewhat of a decent breakfast. It won't be too, fried stuff or whatever. It'll be actually somewhat healthy. Oh yeah, eggs. I'm also allergic to eggs. So basically, most like breakfast foods. It's just kind of crazy, but and wheat. I'm allergic to wheat. So eggs, wheat, beef, any type of dairy. It's ridiculous. So yeah, have a decent breakfast. Then I'll have a big lunch because I'll feel like, man, I've been driving all day, or it seems, and I deserve this food. And then I'll eat that food, and I'll go into a food coma at like 2 to 3 in the afternoon. And as I'm driving, I'm like, man, got to stay awake, got to keep things going, got to move around, and and then I'll be getting hungry again for dinner time. And the situation is that I'll be like, man, I've been driving all day. I deserve this big thing of food. And so I'll eat a big dinner as well. And so it's just a real struggle sometimes out on the road eating food. And the thing is that oftentimes it's not going to be the healthy stuff. And so it's not, for me, it's not only eating too much, but I'm eating too much of the garbage. And that's just, man, it's so much worse. Let's see here. Does your company offer or do anything for health insurance? Dave, no, they do not. I'm sure that there are specific insurances that are made out there for our industry. I didn't go that route. I have my own health insurance, but it's not a commercial transporting type of insurance made for our industry or something like that. So I just got a regular provider or whatever, but they don't, unfortunately. So also that there may be a little trouble with that, especially because I don't know if it would work or if it wouldn't work, but as independent contractors, if there would be we're not employees, so offering us health insurance to independent contractors, maybe that doesn't mix well. I don't know, for sure not, but yeah. Alan, okay. You're not an employee, you're an independent contractor, so insurance is something you have to look into for self-employed companies. There we go. Alan's killing it. Awesome. Oh no, that is terrible and hilarious. Poor little guy should not have been eating all the pancakes. Oh my word. Yeah, man, it was a wild day. I told all the school bus drivers when I got back to the bus barn, and they saw me like, "Oh, I don't usually see you here this late." And I was like, "Yeah, had a kid poo and pee his pants on my bus, so I had to do what you got to do." Oh my word, that was wild. I'll take that over a breakdown any day. Oh man, I'm rolling on the floor laughing, Alan. Yes, sir. Oh my word, Bella. No, don't go over there. Yeah, man, just crazy stuff. I've probably got in 2.5 years. I've probably got just as many school bus stories as I do RV transporting stories. If you can believe it, just kind of crazy stuff that happens on a bus. But I've still got all the demerits and all the stuff I checked in to the school. I've got it still saved on my laptop, so I could probably read a few of these write-ups, I guess, to you guys if you want it. Sometimes not going to use their names, but they're pretty funny. I got to be very descriptive about it, so fairly hilarious stuff. Where can I find your email? I'm dumb. No, you're not. I need to send that stuff over to you. So my email, it's in my About Me section as well as everywhere else. But my email is contact@highmileagehelper.com. So let me just type it out here. There you go. Oh, made it go crazy there. Okay. Yeah, man. So yeah, that is my email that I go off of. I have a few emails, which leads me to with the 24 of you on here right now on this channel. I just really I don't want to give away all the details right now, but I want to be able to give you guys more value, things that you can use out on the road, especially newer people. Some of you guys, veterans who are, you've been doing it for forever, you're probably not going to need this at all. But I wanted to share some things. Let's see here. Sean, is your Easy Pass a regular one or commercial use? Sean, I don't use a Easy Pass at all. Some people do. I've shared it before earlier today, but basically I don't use an Easy Pass because not wanting to wait. With Synergy, I have to turn in everything all at one time. Someone had said earlier that MapleTree allows you to turn in your paperwork, and then you can turn in your receipts up to 30 days later to be reimbursed. So that would be awesome if I actually had Easy Pass or anything like that. But instead, Synergy requires it very quickly after you did the delivery. So with having to wait for some of those things to show up, you could have a real problem not getting reimbursed for those. So I simply go to the toll booth, get the receipts. I turn them all in on at the end of the trip. Can't talk, and get that all turned in. So let's see. Dave, you were heading out, man. Have a good night. Stay safe, man. Have a great one. Alan says, use regular use. Easy Pass, commercial pass is stupid expensive and for no reason. All right, Alan's on it. Giving you the business right there. Have you ever had a confrontation on the road? Meg. Yes, I have. Haven't shared this at all. And I guess I should ask, what do you mean by confrontation? Have I had a confrontation where I actually just let me know. What do you mean by confrontation? I can share the story with you guys. I'm planning on making that one a video at some point down the road, just kind of sharing these things that have happened. But yeah. So how do you get reimbursed without any receipts now that most states are cashless? So Sean, they may be cashless, but I still get a receipt when I swipe my card at the tolls. I'll still get a receipt at the deal. So yeah, I'll still get all those receipts back from them. Let's see. So we are caught up there. So yeah, back to that confrontation. Let's see. Shekarev Kev, awesome, great to have you here, man. Let's see, I like your shirt. I have a CDL, but I just want to pull RVs with my 350 dually. Would I make more money or not? Let's see. So are you wanting to haul the CDL loads, those higher weighted trailers with your 350? Or were you talking about comparing it to an actual semi or something like that? Um, would I make more money doing with the dually? You're with a CDL, you're going to make more money than me, at least at Synergy. The way Synergy divides up how their pay rate is that it's non-CDL versus CDL. So I can only do non-CDL because I don't have a CDLA, and it's like 10 cents generally about 10 cents more. Other companies don't have the difference between that. Everybody gets the same rate, whether it's a higher weighted trailer or not. So that's just kind of up to the company there. But yeah, the tollways have what? And guys, let me know if I don't actually answer your question the right way or what you're trying to ask. Let me know. I'm an idiot, so I need your help to try to figure this out. So always have license plate scanners. They will bill you off your plate. And I would just add to that, Alan. When they do scan your license plate, and depending on where you're at, especially in Illinois, they will wreck you if you don't pay. Actually, you were talking about with the Easy Pass. Well, I'll just say this: if you don't have an Easy Pass and you go through a regular toll where they do scan your license plate and they send it to you in the mail, if you do that and you don't have that set up, there are some states where they will add additional penalties of like $50 or more per time you go through there. So you go through Chicago, you go depending on where you're going and all that, you could get 3 fines, $50 a piece plus the regular toll it was. And so, man, don't ask me how I know that. Trouble in paradise over here. So, don't do that. Okay, Sean says, okay, he doesn't want anybody stopping at the toll booths. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about PA. Yeah. So I guess they would just send it to you in the mail in PA, and you wouldn't get any trouble for that, I guess. And then May confrontation, heated argument about something like it may go physical. I'm sorry, I didn't even ask the right question. I was trying to, I didn't know if you meant at like the dealership a confrontation, an argument over driver damage or something like that. I've never had any issues, an argument at a dealership. At a truck stop, I've only had one time. So this is the thing I didn't know if you meant this or not, but I will share this in a video sometime in the future. But I was at a truck stop. This was probably 2 years into driving, so 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and I was somewhere in Nebraska, coming back empty, and I was man. It frustrates me just talking about it. It was real late at night. I had a really late start to the day before because of the timing and when I could deliver the trailer and crazy. So I was really late at night. I was exhausted. I was done. I pulled over, I think, less than the 11-hour mark. And so I pulled over in the far corner, away from most people. There was light there. That's kind of where I like to go, especially because at the time I had another dog. His name was Big Al, and Big Al was a Sheltie, and he wasn't that big. He was just all hair. He was the best dog in the world. I miss him a lot. But I was in the corner of this truck stop, and this guy came over to me, and I've got music playing. I think I was watching the game on my phone or something like that. I'm in the parking lot getting my bed set up at the time, and someone taps on my shoulder, on my right side of my shoulder, and I've got music playing, and I look over, I look at my dog. I've got the rear right door open to my truck, and I was getting the bed, worked out, put all the stuff for me and my dog to fit in there and everything, moving stuff around, getting my pillows set up, and um, we'll just say that I keep something that stops people from doing bad things with me, and I had that right in the middle, in between the front seat and the back seat. And so I looked to my left after I got tapped on the shoulder. The music or the football games playing in the background, on the truck speakers. I got my phone mounted up there showing the game, and so it must have been like a Monday or Thursday or something. And I see my dog, Big Al. He is frozen, staring behind me, locked with someone. He is not moving a muscle, and he's not scared, but he really couldn't do much. He had little teeth, but he is ready for war. It looked like, and so I'm like, okay. Before I turn around and I get punched in the face or something crazy, and I'm about to have a real confrontation, I grabbed the thing that I keep in the middle and pulled that close to me, and so that when I turn around, I'm ready to go. And because I don't know how many people, what's going on, like what the world. So I'm ready to stop this person from breathing, essentially, because I'm like, what's about to happen to me? So I turn around and I face the person with my object, and this dude goes, "Whoa! What are you doing, man? I wasn't trying to do it. Whoa! You pulling a thing on me?" I'm like, dude, you need to back up right now. I almost shot you. Like, what are you doing coming up to someone you don't know and tapping on their shoulder, saying nothing, not letting me know that you're even there? No one is around me at all. Everybody's on the other side of the entire truck stop or whatever, gas station, whatever it was. No one's around me. Don't hear you. You tap on my shoulder, and you just wait for a response. Like, the only response you're going to get is a lights out. That's you. I don't know. That's just, what are you doing? It's pitch dark at night, past midnight or something crazy. What are you thinking? So, oh my word. And so that's the closest thing that I've come to a confrontation with myself, where I literally, like, you just got about ended. And the crazy thing that happened after, my adrenaline's running. Like, I'm ready for war. Like, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to do whatever it's got to happen. Like, and this dude just goes, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Just in total shock. Like, that's normal to you? It's not normal to me. So this dude he's blown away. And I start looking at him, and he's wearing short shorts. He's wearing some wild other clothes. He's talking my head off, saying he's a transporter and we're good buddies now. And where'd you come from? I just came from here, and I haven't been running my placards all the last month, and I've been getting away with it, and I've been doing all these other things, and da 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 da. And then his girlfriend, who looks like she's like 19 or 20, who's like half his age, comes over. I guess they were wearing the same clothes. I don't know. She looks just the same. And she came over with this little yapper dog who's going nuts, ready to try to get my dog. And they start, "Oh, this is great. This is just a fantastic thing. Da 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 da. Another transporter." And my nerves are shot, man. I mean, I am so done. I can't even. I'm like, dude, and they just kept talking. They started talking to each other and ignored me completely. So I went about my business, got my truck put together. I'm like, yeah, have a good night, guys. Going to bed. Bye. Uh, I got nothing for you after that. This is crazy. So, so that's the closest confrontation, you could call it, that I've had. I've not had any other issues with anybody else on the road. I've probably been in some sketchy situations, but I've taken I go to a parking lot and I look around. I'm like, yeah, there's some people just chilling in these cars around here, going nowhere, doing nothing in the middle of the night. And I'm just going to head out and leave. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go down the road. Like, I'm not going to die here. I'm not going to get mugged here. I'm gone. I'm going somewhere else. So yeah, self-awareness and awareness of your surroundings in this industry, you've got to have it. You've got to know what's going on around you. You've got to be able to see, hey, put two and two together. Like, there's a car that comes by every 15 minutes. There's a car that's parked in the same spot, and there's cars keep going by that car every 5 or 10 minutes, and then eventually that car leaves. Like, dude, they're probably selling drugs. They're doing some type of crazy thing. Don't be near there. You're in the wrong parking lot. Go somewhere else. That's not the party you want to be invited to. Like, don't be around them. Man. Let's see. Let's catch back up here. Told I think sometimes well over a month to get a bill. Wow. Toll by plate takes over a month to get a bill. Plus, it's more expensive. Sean, that's what I hear. That's what I hear, man. Just not worth it for me to try to use. Well, I guess that's so toll by plate. That would be later on. So you would have to pay those yourself and not be reimbursed. So that's a sneaky thing about it. I would just want to pull just trailers. Those only. You answered my question. Awesome. States are making it very hard for everybody, but especially for transporters that want to get reimbursed quickly. Gotcha. Yep. So how do you pay Illinois tolls if you didn't have a chance to write the plaza number or time down? Every time I go online with iPass, ask for this, and I don't have this info. Can't go any further. I would just wonder if there's other states where you can type in your license plate or your driver's license number. I think maybe just your license plate number, and be able to pull it up there. I don't know if that's an option. Maybe it's not. Maybe you just said that, but gotcha. Trigger Rev. Wow, exactly. I totally agree. Yeah, if you're talking about that story, man, it's just crazy. That's not normal for you to come up to somebody and just tap them on the shoulder and be like, hey, in the middle of the night across the parking lot and say nothing and not give make yourself known to the person. You're looking to get shot. Like, that's just crazy. Room temperature challenge. That guy could have taken there. Glad to see you take life seriously. Yeah. I'm so glad I didn't. Oh my word. But yeah, man. It makes me upset at him for putting me in that position where I am. Hi, Bella. You want to say hi? Come here, baby. Come here, honey. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. This is Bella. Mwah. She is 3 years old. This is my girlfriend's dog. She's out working right now. If you didn't hear this story before, and this is Belle, the brindle boxer, and I'm just watching her while my girlfriend is out right now. So we're hanging out in the garage here right now, and she's a good girl, but she's looking for Ryder, my dog, who is inside the house right now because when they get together, they turn into that cartoon where they just get in a big ball and go crazy, and they make a lot of noise. So I didn't want to be too loud, but they're both lovers. They're good dogs. So yep. Let's see here. Big Man, Big Little Fog, and Big Gun. Yes, sir. Trucker Rev. I never want to be in a position where I have to do that or whatever. But I don't want to be in the position where I needed to and I have nothing. Man, drug test. Yes, yeah, he was one of a kind, man. Very strange. I didn't know what was going on, but my adrenaline was going. Vote Trump 2020. There you go. Last stream you mentioned where you sleep. I have a suggestion of adding Cracker Barrel to your list. The company highly advises against staying at truck stops due to trucker accidents wrecking into you. Hey, Andrew, very good thought there. There's one truck stop that I go to. It's in Fishkill, Illinois. Fishkill, New York, right after that toll bridge. And Bella, come here. Hey, Bella, do not bark. Come here. Okay. Fishkill, New York has a Cracker Barrel there. I can generally pull in there most times. Usually, I end up getting there a lot later than they're actually open for. So, unfortunately, I can't eat there. That would be fire food to eat at the end of the day. But anyways, hi, honey. Hi. Yeah. She's coming up for her debut here. This is Bella again. Let's see here. Sorry, I gotta see through the dog here. Definitely Cracker Barrel. I will add that to my list. Sorry. Okay. You want to come up here or not? Accidents. When I do, this is another thing. When I do, at some point, I'm going to make a video talking about where. And it's really hard because obviously every truck stop is different. But where I like to park at truck stops, if it's even possible. Obviously, in the rows is one thing, but on the outskirts, I prefer those areas where I'm not by the entrance, where the high traffic is coming in, where sleepy drivers are probably pulling in and curb checking everything, potentially the front of your truck or the back of your trailer or both. Very good thought there, Andrew. Meg, good story and info. Thanks. Yep. I'm so grateful. That's the only wild story like that I've had with people. I've had several of those situations where I live around town, but only one on the road. So very, very grateful for that. It's not about politics. It's about safety. Yep. Ricky, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining, man. Saying hi there. Ricky the Ram got totaled in Seattle back in March. Oh, my. What do you have, and are you transporting? You're the one who helped me place the transfer. Oh, man. You stay in the lot at Synergy. So Cameron says, can you stay in the lot at Synergy? So you cannot sleep in lot 4 or 7 or anywhere else, I believe. But I believe you can sleep in lot 1 at the home office, home base, whatever. You can sleep there. But I don't think you can be loaded. You're going to get some heat probably if you're loaded sleeping in lot 1. So there's better places to sleep. at least fitting wise, anyways, than lot one. I have a 2001 Mack haul and tow truck. Yep, he's got the haul and tow. That will do it. Did you get leased on with a transport company yet, or are you still doing your part-time thing? I finished mowing. Yes, sir. Man, you must have had a lot to mow, man. That was a while ago when I texted you there. Walmart, Allen. Yep, Walmart's good there. I would say, there may be some newer drivers from time to time who don't know exactly what they're doing. So even at that Walmart, be careful. Make sure that you're not too close to some of these guys there. But yep, Walmart's good. Goshen there, not yet, but it is still in the cards. All right. Yep. Bella, you have something to say? So yeah, we are caught up on the honey. Come here, baby. Oh, just camera shy. Yeah, so we're caught up on the chat here. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I have I could be on here longer or not. Just kind of depends on what. Honey, come here, baby. Yeah. Let's see here. Got in late. Sorry, I already asked. Clearing on the banks. What's going on, man? Rates are prime right now, Ricky. Best time is now. Yep. Now is the time. But these rates are going to go away at some point. That's just how it's going to be. But anyways, F-350, is that too old? 2002, man. I'll say this again. Some companies, they may not be okay. First of all, some companies have 10-year requirements, or 10 years or newer, or I think some are 15. So that would be 18. That may be a bridge too far. What is it, baby? You got your toy. That may be a bridge too far, being 18. But the best thing you can do is call and ask. And when you call and ask them for an email to where you can send them a picture of your truck. If you can send them a picture of your truck, if it's in great condition, you're a whole lot more likelier to be able to get in and kind of be flown up, fly under the radar, to be able to get that leased on. You may have some trouble, most likely, with it being that old. But another thing, they might not even have any leeway is if it comes down to what does their company insurance, their commercial insurance, they have to carry for you, for all drivers, what they allow for how old trucks can be. So I don't know if they would actually tell you the honest truth. How old can they go? Is it 10? Is it 15? Is it really even older? But definitely ask questions and then send them as many pictures as you can. Hopefully it's in great, clean condition. If it looks good and if it looks presentable, probably a whole lot more reasonable for them to say, okay, well, yeah, maybe. Or not maybe, but yes. So let's see, what is winter driving like? Oh, man. Winter driving like, winter driving is, you really got to find out what's coming down the road. Weather apps showing you, honey, stop, baby. Can I help you? Sorry, my girlfriend's going, Bella. She's making all the, I don't know if you can hear this, but she's really making some noise here. What is it? Come on, slow down. Get her quieted down a little bit here. man, just being able to see when these winter storms are coming through and what direction they're going. That's just a big thing. That's a big thing for being able to. I cannot focus with you doing that, honey. Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry, she's over here whining. But being able to track these systems as they're coming and be able to find out when these systems are going to be coming in place, where you're going to be delivering to. So are you going to be ahead of the storm, behind the storm? I've had deliveries going out east to Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, where literally I'm following a storm ahead of me, and the snowplows they're going crazy and they're pushing as much as they can out. And then on the way home, I'm going back into a storm. It's a second storm coming through, another wave of snow coming through. So winter driving can be rough. I prefer, this is my opinion, I'm not really going to be going out west really much unless I absolutely have to. That's just my preference. If I can't get my preference, then I'll do it, but it's going to be very slow. I'm going to be very cautious. It's not worth it to be able to get yourself in trouble out in the middle of nowhere, especially out west. Just be very, very careful. So just my thought on that. Winter driving sucks. There you go. Short and sweet. I did the summary, or he did the summary version there, but I did the long drawn out. Nixon only has 150,000 on the clock with 7.3. Okay. Gotcha. Man, that's pretty. 150,000 for a 7.3. That's got to be pretty solid condition, man. I would think. Thanks for sharing that, Dennis. Appreciate that, man. I know you like the East Coast runs, but I enjoy the Midwest. How is the honey? Can I help you? Sorry, my dog. She's just going. She's whimpering over here like she got shot. Crazy. East, the Midwest. How is the freight staying in Midwest and maybe South? So as of right now, they book loads on Friday all the way till like Monday, Tuesday. So our load board is down to like in the 200s, in the mid 200s. I think any other Synergy drivers. She's singing here, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's loads still going everywhere around the whole country. Maybe just not as much in the South or East. I think there's quite a bit of West right now, I think. So how do you think next year looks? Thinking on coming on board with Synergy next year after I retire. Randy, awesome, man. I'll just say this, industry-wide, I think it's going to keep going, keep growing with everything going on in the world, in our country, with the hype of certain things that I don't know how to put it, but people are not wanting to be close with other people. They're, my understanding, and I've heard it from so many people, even people here that I know personally, they are looking at buying new campers because they don't want to go on vacation and be in a hotel with a million other people and do these things. They're wanting to go out and be alone, have their own camper, do whatever they want to do, where they can be safe away from everybody else. And so I think it's only going to be, continuing to grow. Let's see here. I don't want to get that light in there. Sorry, guys. I think it's only going to continue to grow. At Synergy specifically, I've been here 4 years. Every year has gotten bigger every time. It's gotten bigger and better. I've seen on the backhaul end, not so much, just being honest, but definitely Synergy has only grown since I've been a part of it. The low times are, higher highs and lower, and higher highs and higher lows type of a flow of trailers and I can't think with you squirming like that, honey. She is all over the place. I might need to take her out. I've got her gated in here in the garage, but let's see. I'm going to pick you guys up and carry in. We'll just talk here. I'm going to let her go here. Okay. Yeah, you can go there. Sorry about this, guys. Put them together for a little bit. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm going to stand up for a little bit here. See where am I at? So yeah, Randy. As far as going forward to next year, I definitely think is that probably too bright for you guys. Oh dear. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I would say for next year going forward, it's only going to be average or slightly better if you're planning on going with Synergy. So that's my advice. Now would be a great time with the rates how they are. The rates are going to come down. They're going to drop back exactly where they were as soon as the hype is over, and that's just how it's going to be. Yeah. Let's see. Ricky saw Synergy ads on Craigslist last month, 2,000. You have the 17. Bella might need to go potty. Well, you've been on here a while. Andrew, you got me. Don't want to be cleaning another mess up. Oh my word, yes. Yes, Andrew, you're on to it. Alan, I live in Utah, so out west is what I do. Alan, you're the man with the plan, and you are stronger than I am. I yield. Any info on leasing on multiple trucks? Even putting someone else in your truck to keep the money flowing while you take a little time off. Is that possible? I see it on the forums often. Andrew, I'm sure it can be done, but even with, I don't know if I have a good enough answer to actually give that to you. Excuse me. I'm gonna drink a water real quick. Sorry. I'm sure it can be done. I haven't seen it done. I've heard of people who have multiple people doing that. But man, that's a whole lot of risk, whole lot of liability, having people on. And I don't know if I would ever do that with RV transporting. Maybe Hot Shot doing that type of thing. Having people leased on and doing that way, probably a whole lot more profit, even more of a risk. But for RV transporting, I don't have the guts to do it, and I don't know enough about it. So let's see here. Is it worth getting a CDL, or should I just jump in? Eric, Eric, do you already have your truck already bought? Do you already use it as a daily driver? What's your setup? But I would just say, not knowing that stuff, I would just say jumping in and starting it out just to see if you for sure are right for this industry would be a good thing to do. It's a challenging industry, and before you make a huge commitment, and even a bigger one with getting a CDLA, I would want to check it out without investing even more time and money into this. So that would be my thought. And I guess the other side of that is, it would be worth it. Yeah, you would be making at least like 10 cents more per mile with a CDLA. So if you did like it at the beginning and then you say, hey, this is for me, this is right, then if you want that extra 10 cents, you want that extra whatever it is, different companies do it differently. Not all companies are like Synergy. Yeah, I think it would be worth it to get your CDLA, having more variety, especially down in the low season when we do have those lower times of the year, July, December, or January. Those are times where drivers like myself, non-CDL, and I can only pull up to 13.7. That's where drivers like myself are more vulnerable because the loads are on the board. The few that are on there, the good ones that I could take, somebody else could have already grabbed. And then what's left is only CDL loads. So those lower times when not everyone has a CDL, if you're one of the smaller percentage of drivers who have a CDL, you're going to be on that short list to be able to call and actually grab it. So that's definitely a plus in the slow times. Hey Daniel, it is Frank from Canada. Awesome, Frank. Glad to have you here, man. Awesome. Ricky, you're heading out. Good night, everyone. Have a good night, man. See ya. Thanks for joining, man. Ever gone to Alaska or Canada? Terry, no, I have not. I have not gone there. I've saw some loads going there that the pay was absolutely insane. I thought about it, but I do have my passport, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. To drive away, do we just tow our own car behind to drive to the next load? Latin Patriot, yes. I would. I don't do drive away, but you could tow your car, or depending on if you're with multiple companies. I know you can do that with drive away instead of tow away. You could have multiple companies that you're on with, and then you would be able to even do. I know a buddy who works at Foremost, Indiana Transport, or he did at least, and a few other ones, and he would do a circuit out east, and he would leave Synergy, or he would leave Goshen, and he would do just this type of circular pattern where he would go from one place to the next, be able to pick up and then get a return one all the way back to Goshen, and boom, he's golden. Yeah, you would just be able to drive your car behind or tow it behind doing that. So, yeah. The Enterprise rental. Eric, going to do the Enterprise rental. Awesome, man. Just my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong, but my understanding is that they are backed up pretty good in the Enterprise setup there. Maybe things are starting to pick up as more and more things are opening up, but definitely potentially an issue not even be able to get started like you're wanting to. Let me if you're checking in here, I let my girlfriend's dog back into the house with Ryder, and I just want to make sure they don't tear up my house. Here you go, Bella. Okay. Make sure she's good. There she is. All right. Let's get back here. I'm going to sit back down here again. Let's see. Couple has a YouTube channel. They started as Driveway. Okay, Alan, yeah. The Pneumatic Couple. They have Enterprise, and I don't know what we're talking about exactly, but they start out Drive Away, and they're doing the Enterprise thing as well. So along those topics, might be able to reach out to them and ask them what the latest is for Enterprise. Check them out. Thank you for my question earlier. Be more excited about getting into the field. At least for 24 years, I'm retired medic in suburbs of Chicago. Wow. Seen what I need to see. I bet you have, David. Oh, my word. By the way, thank you so much for your service, for putting your life on the line, and your family being able to sacrifice all the time and the trials that come along with serving. Thank you so much, man. Let's see here. Bella is hysterical. She's talking while you are. I'm telling you, man. I brought her back in here. She's looking around. She gets restless. She's got anxiety for real. She whimpers and she'll tear things up. And, oh, here we go again. Oh my word. Keep up the great work. On your videos, brother. Wife is home and going to go see her. Take care of yourself, bro. All right, David. Have a good night, man. Thanks so much. Any specific topic tonight? Frank, no. That's one thing I was thinking about doing is every live stream having a general topic and just kind of rolling with that. And then when we're done talking about that topic, we can go into other things, answer more questions. I hear you, honey. Honey, come here. Come here, baby. Can you get your toy? Sorry. Thanks, Bella. Come here, baby. Come here. I know. Thank you for your service. Yes. All right. So now, yes. Say hi. Reese, 15,000. I just found out that I have to have a 20K. What brand would you suggest? The B&W. That's, in my opinion, it's not just because I have it, but I've heard a lot from other people researching it. B&W Hitch, the companion. I believe it's 20,000. Hard to go wrong with that one. Great reviews on it. I'm sure there's other good ones out there too, not just that one, but yeah. All right. Any other questions for me or anything else going on, guys? Hopefully, you guys are having a great Labor Day today. Spending time with your family if you can, and having a good time. Have a truck to deliver, and then to Middlebury. All right, Alan. Thank you for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. You added a lot to this stream. Really appreciate it, man. Seriously. I'm leaving the AM to take my first load on Wednesday. The only reserve second is not having access to the load board and worry for any loads where I want to go and be. So most likely you're probably still going to have options. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the load board there, but I definitely understand that for sure. And then I kind of skipped Frank. Sorry about that. I just want to thank you for your great information on your channel. You're really good, Daniel. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. For real. First of all, it feels really strange. It's strange enough going in front of a camera and knowing that I'm going to be editing everything and taking out all the dumb things that I say that are like, what? That's not even a word. Like, what are you doing? But it's really even more strange now talking to a camera and then seeing you guys actually respond. I'm just like, what? Oh, man. Daniel, you were worried about the live streams, but you're doing a great job. Thanks, John. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've watched all of your videos. Oh my word, Randy. I'm excited to try this next year. I have a video. Live in Oregon. Is there backhauls out to Oregon? Honey, there are definitely hauls to Oregon, and then I believe our yard. Let me look it up here actually. Real quick for you. Username, password. Come on. Go to backhauls. So the Pendleton, Oregon, we have, let's see. We have about 30 backhauls from Oregon going to, let's see. Washington, California, Idaho. That's pretty much it. Going to all those places, about 30 of them. You can see all that. Yeah. So we almost on a regular basis have ones going way out west there to Oregon, and then and you might get some hauls, south, and then you'd have to go back to Indiana empty. Again, Synergy is not the place for a lot of backhauls going every which way all over the country all the time on a regular basis. It's just not. When I started, there was maybe one or two a week that I would see on the backhaul board. And honey, settle down, baby. Come here, baby. Settle down. Settle down. So yeah, Synergy with backhauls, it's just pretty tough to get, but we do have that yard out there in Oregon, and so that may be the ticket there for you. Chris says, I'm sure you already answered this, but I got stream late. What are the rates looking like at the moment? Rates right now, because Synergy does non-CDL versus CDL, they do west and east versus south. They have in between 147 a mile up to, like, I saw $1.95. Now, again, the $1.95 would be a west or east load. Oh, also, the other factor into it is hot or old versus a normal load. So let's say from the bottom, that $1.47 would look like you're going south because that's the cheapest. So worst case scenario, you're going south for a non-CDL load that's normal. So that would be $1.47. The highest you could possibly get, which was, I believe, the $1.95, was going west on a hot or old load, and it is a CDL trailer, way above anybody's truck deal. So that was, I believe, the $1.97 or 95. I think I get mixed up now, but yeah, that's the range. Most of them are in the $1.60s, $1.80s, going west or east, and whether they're CDL or not. So hopefully that answered your question. Chris Moore there. Terry Brown, what state has the most loads? Well, let's real quick here. I don't want to be on here all the time, but let's pull that up and I'm just going to kind of guesstimate here for you real quick. Man, 4 pages of 50 right now. Let's see. Looks like California's, some Texas on that first page. See, lots of New York's, Oregon's. Man, it's a really kind of a mixed bag. Arizona, Louisiana, Minnesota. I'm seeing ones all over the country, honestly. Probably almost every single state close to it. So I don't know if that helps or hurts, but that's, yeah. Can you talk a bit more? The deep transmission pan, as of getting extra quartz, should help. I think, Frank, yes. I have my maintenance fund that I'll occasionally maintenance, as in filters, fluids, whatever, and then I've got me personally, I have more of a breakdown fund as well. So I don't know where I would pull from. Probably the maintenance fund for that deep pan. I am planning on getting that deep pan for my transmission. I definitely want the deep pan. The overall benefit of having more fluid means there's more fluid, so it's all getting used less. The heat exchange, it can cool down better.
and just overall, the cooling overall is just going to be very helpful. So I am going to be doing a review on a deep pan at some point. I don't know who I should really go with. I would love to be able to reach out to a company and somehow get some type of discount for you guys. I'm probably not big enough on YouTube to get anything like that. I would love to do that, try to help you guys out. If you are trying to get a deep pan, get some type of code for you. I'm not holding my breath, though. I will try. But getting a deep pan and then showing an actual transmission fluid filter replacement, change out, and to do that. But I definitely think it is a good idea for any transmission, and definitely go for that. Can't hurt. It can only help. So. See, how do taxes work? I'm an independent. I've never done 1099. Okay. Oh man, this is not tax advice. This is not legal counsel. This is not any of that. I'm just some idiot on the computer, and you happen to be watching me. I can tell you for myself, you can potential for tax reasons. You're not withholding any of your taxes, so at the end of the year, you could owe some serious taxes. My first year, because I bought my Ford, it blew up a month into the year. I ended up buying a Ram to replace it. I had to I traded it in the Ford, and I was upside down. I lost money for the year. I showed a net loss for the first year, and most guys are unless you already own the truck and it's paid off and all that, you could probably net loss your first year for sure. Any business startup, we are running our own personal business. Any business that starts up, you lose. Bella, come here. Thank you. You lose on your first year or years, showing a loss or barely breaking even or whatever. I'm not going to give you further advice than that. I would just say, with all the write-offs we have for mileage, with food, with insurance, with breakdowns, with parts, with all these things, you potentially every single year could zero out your income every single year. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not. Depends on your situation. My situation is not your situation. Asking tax questions for different people and giving absolute information, across the board, this is how it is. It's very dangerous, so I don't want to give that to you. Your setup might be different. What I would suggest to you is your first year, go to a tax professional that knows the trucking transporting industry. They know all the do's and the don'ts and knows what you're really about in the RV transporting industry, and then ask them a million questions that you can. That first year, take everything that they've done after that. And this is what I did. Once I saw what they did and I asked a boatload of questions, wrote everything down. After that, I've been able to do my own taxes ever since then. And I've continued to do what I was told by the person to do, and how things would play out with the depreciation of my truck and all those things. So for me, I needed to show some income because in my personal situation, I bought this house. And so I needed to show income for the last couple of years. So I've shown an income more and more for me, but to be able to get this house. But it's an individual thing. So hopefully that helps. Don't know if it did, but thanks for that question. That was Brandon. So thanks. Have you ever considered buying before that trailer, multiple RVs? I honestly haven't. I'm not going to get a CDLA in the near future as of right now. I'm more, to be honest with you guys, I'm wanting to be home more and more as I can. The goal for me is to not build up a huge budget to have to bring in every month. I'm wanting to live on less and less and less as I can. And the reason for that is so that I can then be home more and more and more. In the near future, I'm wanting to start a family, and I want to be here. I don't want to be gone. I don't want to miss those moments. And so I want to build things towards that. So for me, I'm not going to be on the road as much in the future, simply because I'm living off of less. And maybe that's not everybody's direction that they're going. That's okay. I'm just doing my own thing here. But also, my real passion really is becoming that I'm able to be here for you guys, to help you guys. I really want to, if I could somehow, to be able to help you guys more full time doing this than even hauling trailers. I enjoy doing the trailers. I enjoy seeing the country, but being home and being able to share anything that I've learned, that sounds like the best job in the world. If I could help you guys and this be more of a full time thing, and still do trailers. I'm planning on pulling trailers until I'm dead. Pulling a couple at least, even when I retire or whatever someday. I would love to. Hi, Bella. I would love to pull trailers, for the rest of my life, because it's just the tax stuff for tax reasons, and you want to go on vacation? Okay, let's pick this date and just go. It's just too convenient of a job. So, anyways, that's just kind of some insight. I probably not going to get that CDLA as far as where I'm at right now, and get that trailer. So, sorry about that. Sound really nitpicky right now. I've learned so much from you and watching your videos. Could you try and read the questions out loud so we can all learn from them? Okay. Yeah, Randy. I'm trying to get better at that. Thank you. Yeah. Gotcha. That sounds good. I've done Hot Shot before, and the pay per mile isn't much better at the moment. I appreciate it greatly. Yes, sir. Yeah. Gotcha. You need to be an LLC to do this. No, you do not. Eric, you do not need to be an LLC to have this. Technically, if you are a owner-operator and you're a sole proprietor, be quiet, honey. I know. Sorry. If you are, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. You don't need to. You can. For having an LLC, that would definitely help you with if you ever got sued. If you put the truck in, everything for the business into that LLC instead of it just being all yours. If you ever got into an accident and they try to sue you and just suck the life out of you, having a LLC will definitely help you and protect you. They would have to sue the LLC, not you personally. So that would definitely be a benefit to that, but you don't have to. And you could, as things progress, you could add that on later on, for sure. Everybody in the chat here, my girlfriend Kara, she's messing with me. She already has my number. But yeah, that's my girlfriend right there. Also, I think I got your text, Kara. If you want to get pizza, just go get it, and I'll pay you whatever you're feeling. But try to get some breadsticks if we're gonna do that. So, let's see. Thank you, Daniel. I love how positive you are on life. Put me someday at Synergy. I'm out. All right, Randy, you are out. Thanks for stopping by, man. Absolutely. I think I am going to plan something soon where we can get together, some type of meetup or some type of thing, in Goshen, and be able to say hi to everybody if I can. And maybe if enough people actually care to show up or whatever, or if it works out timing wise, maybe I will, do that on a regular basis to meet up with people. Honey, Bella. Yeah. Thanks, Randy. How many miles a month do you have to do to break even on your expenses? Good question. I actually don't have that written down or worked out. Honey, is there something wrong? Are you okay? Sorry about that. She's just all over a storm here. I don't have that written down. I know how much it's changed a little bit because I've cut some more things out. So I can get back to you on that. If you send me an email, let me know on that to be able to break even for expenses. I can get that to you. But again, my expenses are different than yours. It's going to be a lot different. I don't have to have as much as maybe a person with a full family requires, who's maybe living a little bit more extravagantly. So, anyways, come here, baby. Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Kara, if you're still watching, she's out here with me and Ryder's inside. So, hello, Daniel. I put you down. The referral was Synergy. I started 8/26. Didn't have your full name. I use High Mileage Helper. Thank you for all your info. Randy, Ryan, thank you, sir, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody puts my name down as on your can't even think of it, on your application with Synergy, your referral, if you used High Mileage Helper or my name, Daniel from YouTube, they know who I am. I've excuse me. I've been in contact with them. I've asked, hey, has anybody actually put my name down as a referral? And they said, well, I don't know. I don't think so. And I want to believe that as much as possible. I'll just say that. I've probably given them so many drivers. And this, I'm not trying to be prideful, but like I've probably sent Synergy a lot of drivers. When it comes to backhauls, I've probably sent Horizon several drivers because I know their backhaul board is much more aggressive than Synergy. So I really do appreciate that, Randy Ryan. For that referral, and hopefully they'll actually let me know that I got that, and whatever it is, I think it's $150 or $200 or something after 5,000 miles, safe miles loaded that you do. So I really do appreciate that. You guys don't have to do that. If I have been a help to you, and I'm the real reason why you went with Synergy, I really do appreciate that. I'm grateful for anything, and that's awesome, man. I appreciate that. Finding those hitches for about 500 used and new for 1,000. Ouch. Yeah, Chris. If you're talking about the B&W companion, yeah, mine was a little over 1,000, I think. It can be pretty rough, but the truth is, if you go on the Facebook forums or the Facebook groups and even Marketplace, probably in Goshen, you're going to find some seriously discounted ones from people who either failed in the industry or who retired or whatever the case may be, left the industry, who maybe you could get it down cheaper. I don't know. It's possible. Check that out for sure, Chris. Frank, you have an auxiliary tank, and I heard some guys had problems with overflow. I would like to install one, but want to do it right. It is because the ball valve and the filler neck got installed wrong. Not for sure on that, Frank. I do know that Dooley Depot is the one who I went to. I didn't buy the tank from Dooley Depot in Goshen, but that's where I had them. I said, I want you guys to fully install this. And there's also another I do want to get to that, getting into auxiliary fuel tanks. That is a huge financial savings. Every single trip you're making your money back, guaranteed. I have made my money back 10 times over in the last 4 years, driving with all the gallons and the fuel discounts we can get in certain places of the country, and then we get paid more money going the other parts of the country, and you're able to do that kind of figure eight thing, but you're buying all your fuel in the cheapest place, but you're getting paid more going east or west, going to another place. So, man, it's very important to have a fuel tank, auxiliary fuel tank, if you have the space. The overflowing and those problems, believe me, I've done it before, where I have. Let me plug my computer back in, so we're not going to have any trouble. Where I've had an overflow. I've had diesel pouring out the regular cap of the truck filler neck. So Dually Depot does it right. I don't know exactly what they did. I said, work your magic. I'd like you to replace all the rubber hose lines, the filter, get everything mounted, do it all. But definitely a very good option to do that. Also, one thing, and this is going to be probably, honey, she's singing over here. Sorry, honey, come here. Okay, she's being moody here. Sorry. One thing, absolutely, for sure. Come here. Okay, sorry about this, guys. Keep getting interrupted here. Love her to death, but sometimes. So, yeah. Okay, come here. Come on up. I on my last fuel tank that I had installed, I went to TSC Tractor Supply, and I got a horse mat. I believe it's a 1-inch thick, solid horse mat that basically I cut it to fit exactly the shape of the fuel tank, and to protect your seam line welds being so close up against in your bed, and all the bouncing and rocking, and there's a huge amount of weight to protect your welds, whether it's a good fuel tank or not. Just wanted to make sure. I would encourage you to buy one of those mats, have it cut, or you cut it yourself. I used a box cutter or whatever I used to be able to have that underneath the auxiliary fuel tank, and then they bolt it down. My tank is going to go nowhere, but I also have the peace of mind that my aluminum fuel tank is not going to be destroyed against that bed, having those welds, consistently really pushed to the limit with how much fuel I can hold. So that would just be my other thought for that with auxiliary fuel tanks. But yeah, hopefully that helps. And your actual question, I'm sorry, the ball valve and the filler neck got installed wrong. I'm not sure about that. So sorry about that, Frank. Cloudy Cody, I really appreciate you sharing so much about the industry. I'm really considering getting into the industry soon. Do you know of any other YouTubers who haul multiple RVs? Guys, if you know of somebody, please let us know. I can't think of anybody right now, and maybe as soon as we get off the live stream, I'll remember, but I just don't. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Terry, I want a good first truck to do. 41, 95, 450. Okay. The 460. Oh my word. Man. Well, oh man. Okay. Terry, man, I'm not sure. Bella, come here, honey. Come over here. I'm really not sure about that. I don't know if I even have an opinion though. I'm trying to decide which one I would which one I would want to use. I would assume with getting hired on, the 2007 and the 10 would be, and maybe it's possible you can still get hired on with those older trucks, but the 2007 and 10 Peterbilt, I would think those would be the only ones you could get on with. So I would think it would just come down to those two. I could be wrong, but that's just my thought for that. And then Chris, hey man, thank you so much for that donation. Really appreciate that, man. Seriously, thank you. Let's see. Any advice on DOT inspections, weigh stations? Oh man. Man. Just off the top of my head, advice for DOT. Make sure your logbook is always kept up to date. Always, always, always. Make sure you're caught up, up to the next action that you've done on there. Inspections. So like a level 1 inspection being done. Honey. Make sure you comply with whatever they're wanting you to do. There can be times where a level 1 inspection is 7 minutes long, and then there's times where I've had it where it's been like 40 minutes long. Honey, come here. Weigh stations. What was your for your different oil change? Honey. Okay, she's really moody right now. I don't know what's going on. With weigh station, I just want to finish that answer on that one. Any advice for that? Make sure you don't pass up an open one. That's for sure. There's a app. Let's see if I can get it pulled up here. There's an app that is called Trucker Path. Trucker Path is an app where you can see every type of fuel station, every Walmart, every regular truck stop that's not more of a name brand, every weigh station is what I'm eventually getting to. But and then drivers will put on there, hey, I passed by this weigh station 5 minutes ago, and it was open or it was closed. And then you can see, you can look ahead and see, hey, this one's open, this one's closed. Is this one on the other side of the road going south? Is this one going north? So being able to plot out when you're going to be going out on the road and seeing how many weigh stations are most likely going to be open while you are driving, to make sure that you pull in there and do not go past. If you happen to go past, you need to quickly come back around and do what you can there. So, see, what is your interval for your diff oil change? I don't have it on the board up there, on my whiteboard up there. I think, man, what was that? I know what I did. I did almost all of my fluids and everything at about 550 for me. I think it calls for 30,000. I've got the actual RAM interval list and everything on there. I think it's, I can't look it up now. It's buried in the photos. I cannot remember what it was. I'm sorry, I can't tell. I don't want to guess and tell you, but it's not anytime close for me. I know that's for sure. I've only got 13,000 miles on it, and I generally go quite a bit longer than that with the diff. So, Frank, if you want to reach out to me on Instagram or email, I'll get back to you with what I normally go with. I just, for the life of me, can't remember right now. It happens so irregularly that Nella, what's going on? She is. I don't know if you can hear her. She is just having a fit right now. If everyone's following seas, no matter. Full-time RV planning to move up to Elkhart area in the summer. Is there an RV park you would recommend? More importantly, you would stay away from an RV park. Okay. We're gonna take care of her real quick here because this is a little ridiculous. Oh, sorry guys. She is ready to rumble. Let's see here. John, I don't go to RV parks or any place like that. I unfortunately don't have a recommendation for you or even against. Maybe somebody else in the comments can help him with that. I don't have any recommendations. I'm sorry about that. Your advice for DOT safety and you're complying, keep that dash clean. Yep. Where did she go? Sorry guys. I feel really, really bad just being over here. Bella, come here. Come here. Let's go. Sure she's not flying down the alleyway here. Let's see. Yeah, keep the dash clean. If you roll through a DOT station, very good, Terry. If you roll through a DOT station and your truck looks like you've got trash everywhere on top of your dash, papers everywhere. If you've got everything going everywhere, and they see you as you're slowly, going through there, if they got cameras out there and they see the atrocity of your dash and your front seat, maybe it's just stacked up with garbage and stuff, I would assume they're a whole lot more likely to say, hey, let's randomly select this guy, this person, because they definitely look like they got some issues going on here. They're not organized. They're not prepared, which means they're probably having some type of an issue somewhere. So that's what I would say. All right, Bella, come in here. Come in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Let me go back and sit down. All right. Let's see here. I have a 2012 Ram 3500 with 178,000 miles. What should I start stocking up on or get ready to fix, replace, maintain? Okay, good question. That's same as my truck, 2012 3500. Mine's a dually. Excuse me. Man, to be honest, at 178,000, besides for very small things, regular brake pads, the filters, I really don't think I had anything happen. I foolishly tried to do a electric fan setup and take out the clutch fan. I experimented with that. That was an epic fail. Most of the issues I had earlier on were more self-inflicted. Yeah, Bella is not playing games here. She is. She's not stopping. I think I'm gonna have to let her into the house because hopefully they just don't tear everything up. Bella's the bad influence, and then Ryder goes along with it. So I may come back to a, half of a table left or something crazy. But we'll let her in, and they'll just, have a heyday. But let's see here. Fix replace. Honestly, it was my track bar. I think that it was sometime after 200K. I think like 225, somewhere in there, is when I had my track bar go out, the track bar bushings. When I had death wobble, or the start to death wobble. Ball joints, I would say, are not too far away. Ball joints, track bar, your front end suspension, or your steering, steering linkage, especially if you have not been keeping everything that is greasable greased. If things are getting dried out, if you've got issues with that, man, you could have some trouble with that. So I would definitely be looking towards your front end of your truck. Those steering parts, those suspension parts. Maybe you're nicer to your truck than I am, but I've had some serious trouble with that in the front end. At this point, I've done ball joints. I've replaced everything in the front at least once at 564. So definitely was around the 200 plus mark. So you've got some time. Start checking things out. I would not go with Moog. Please don't go with Moog ball joints or steering suspension stuff. Please don't. Anybody else? Just about. You will be back there shortly. Let's see what's going on. Cracking up, Bella. So funny. Yep. Had to have my valve body replaced already. So valve body. Gotcha. Yeah, I thankfully I didn't have to do that for mine, but yeah, there could be some other things in the front end that you might have to get into there. A couple of YouTube fairwinds. She's YouTube. Yep. Terry, I don't. Trying to see. Let's see here. Cloudy Cody. I think Cloudy Cody was just asking if anybody who does multiples, but yeah, if just other YouTubers, then absolutely Pneumatic Couple, Fair Winds and Following Seas. Just started following another guy, Living Off Grid, I believe is his name. He's doing RV transporting stuff. There's shoot, who is it? I'm on my other channel trying to do the live stream, and I don't have all my other subscriptions on there, but there's several different people. Just typing in RV transport and just kind of go through the list of all those videos, and you'll find somebody else for sure. Do you have or recommend air ride suspension like Airlift? Okay. So my 2012 Ram dually in the rear, I had severe sag, literally little kitty baby trailers, like 19 footers can still drop my bed inches. No joke. I got the truck that way, and I thought, this is different than my Ford. My Ford didn't do this, but okay, maybe this is normal. Well, it's not normal. I need to replace at some point my rear suspension and stiffen that stuff up pretty good. In the meantime, which I knew was certainly a long-term choice anyways, was putting airbags in my rear suspension to be able to keep that puppy leveled out. So I do have airbags in the back. I think it is Airlift, like you were saying, that I went with. At some point, again, I'm going to be doing a review of all those things. I just haven't got to my bed and all of these other parts on my truck. I've just really wanted to get into more of the questions and answers to really help people more than getting into my individual stuff. For my stuff, my recommendation versus somebody else's recommendation. I've just been focusing on those other questions for the industry wide stuff. So, yeah, I would recommend that overall. But if it's air ride and you're sort of sagging a little bit in the rear versus buying an auxiliary fuel tank, get the fuel tank. That's so much more important if it comes down to money like that. Let's see here. Suspension. Hopefully I'll be doing multiples next year and should start a channel. John, yes. Start a channel. Absolutely, man. Do it. Any way I can help. If there's if you know of any other smaller YouTubers I can help with learning YouTube stuff and figuring out how to get YouTube to know how to like present you to other people. I'm not saying I'm a YouTube guru or any of that stuff, but like I've been doing it for a long enough time, and I've watched hundreds of hours of YouTube help videos helping creators. And so if there's any way I can help, John, let me know. Love to chat with you on the phone, share what I know, kind of give my perspective, my target for having a channel. Any way I can help. There's some tools I can share with you. Just any way I can help, man. Any way we can help more and more people not get wrecked in this industry for it to be a positive thing, but also be more profitable for everybody right out of the gate instead of getting hosed, at the first breakdown and they don't know what they're doing. And my start was so epically of a fail. I don't want anybody else to experience that if possible. And any way I can help you, help other people, whatever I can do, man. Let me know. Send me an email even now if you want. Airlift is what is on my hotshot truck for many years. They work great. Yeah, Airlift, zero complaints, zero problems. The only problems I've had was, electrical and air stuff getting messed up. It was my fault. I'm not an organized person. What you see over here is generally how it is. Sometimes I clean it up real well. But keeping things organized and a clean look in the bed of the truck, and wires can get twisted, messed up. So I've had trouble with my air ride stuff, but it's been because of me. It's not the system. It's been me not doing my due diligence and having to learn. So, yeah. Well, we have the same truck, same year, dualies. I'm all over your page and videos. Hey, that's awesome. So happy to help. Very good. When you get hired on, why did you pick Synergy? Randy, very good question. I have a pathetic answer, but very good question. To be honest, this was how, and it's very embarrassing, honestly. I was, as I said earlier in the stream, I got my CDL-B from being a school bus driver. And, my background was working half a day doing school bus driving. I've worked Pepsi stocking stuff at stores. I worked at O'Charlie's. I've worked at probably most industries that there are. I've done construction. I've done quite a bit of other things, concrete construction. I've done quite a bit of other things and fairly well-rounded. And each thing, it was just kind of God like closing the door and opening another one, not because I got fired or I was upset. I just saw another opportunity. It was better, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go through it. But for me, the reason why I chose to do RV transport was this is actually a much bigger question, much bigger answer, I guess, as I'm thinking through it. But I was not making a whole lot of money doing the bus driving, doing a few other jobs because it's kind of a split day, split shift. So obviously pick up from school, drop off after school, and I had a friend who is in the ministry. He's a pastor, and he went with Synergy after doing some research, and he said, "Hey, there's quite a bit of flexibility in this job, and he's doing it part-time as well as pastoring during the weekends and anytime he was home. And so he told me about it, said, hey, this is what it is. I'd already heard about it previously about the drive-away side, but that didn't really interest me. But the tow-away did. And so heard about it from him. He said, hey, it's a lot more money than what you're making now for sure. And so I said, okay, sure. I didn't even know what questions to ask about this industry. I didn't know anything. I knew nothing, and I just said, okay, well, it's more money than I was making before, and I get to travel, and I make my own schedule. Fantastic. Let's do that. At the time, I was in school online as well as interning. Of course, as soon as I stand up, it kicks off. Sorry about that, guys. Wow. Brother. This is a long answer, but basically, I was interning and going online for school, for college, and to be a pastor, and being called to ministry and to serve in my church. And so I needed the flexibility to be able to do things, take kids to camp, serve at church, be home for Wednesday nights at church and stuff. So the whole framework of the job fit my schedule, being gone, Monday morning through, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning through Saturday sometimes. So for me, it just worked for me. So anyways, to answer that question, sorry, this is 5 hours later. Why did I go with Synergy? I literally went because my buddy went with Synergy. I knew nothing. I didn't even know how much I was going to even make about anything of the job. I just knew it was going to be better and more. And I said, okay, sure. And wow, that is so tragic. And the reason why I really have a passion for helping you guys or anything I can do is because I started out just the worst possible way you could. I didn't have a budget. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know the questions to ask. I was just completely clueless, just doing it just to the flexibility and all this stuff worked out. So anyways, I went with Synergy because my friend did. And since then, it's worked out very well. I've been very happy with them. The grass is always greener on the other side. Some people might go there. Some people might not go somewhere else. It is what it is. So yeah. Let's go here. Message you my number. Awesome, John. Very good. Using airlift front and back on all my trucks. Very good. Wow. Definitely haven't done on the front. I bet that's a solid setup. Awesome, Terry. Chris, I already started my channel called Junkyard Dog Transport. Very cool. Check it out. The video is the one that got totaled. Ouch. Which is why I have to start with another truck video coming soon. Chris, if you can do me a favor, send me an email or something with that. I'm not going to remember that. Or I at least think I won't. With your name of your channel, and I'll go sub. Here you go. You guys laughing about the air compressor. Yeah, that scared me to death. Wow. How do you go about paying your taxes and Social Security? Tim, thanks for hopping on here and asking that question. I think I've already answered it, but basically in this job with per mile, depending on how you take your mileage or the total of amount of your fuel costs, how you do that, your depreciation of your truck, food, commercial insurance, your cell phone bill, anything else you have to buy, your maintenance, your breakdowns for your truck, all that all added up together. You could every single year, especially the first year, especially if you have a newer truck or if you bought the truck for that purpose of transporting, and if you don't have it paid off, you could probably go negative and not have to pay any of your taxes. You could show a loss for the year, and most businesses do. They lose more money than they started with, tax-wise. Again, this is not tax advice. I'm just an idiot on the computer. I don't know anything. But over time, as you're getting more efficient and you're making more money per mile, as in auxiliary fuel tank, maintenance cost goes down. All of my costs have come down from the beginning of starting transporting. They have only gotten cheaper for the. I'm doing my own maintenance now. I didn't when I first started. All of my fuel, my filters, all my maintenance, I do myself. All of these things added up. The fuel cost for my auxiliary tank, buying in the cheaper places than I would in the more expensive places. The route that I run, all of these things form a higher efficiency for me over the last 4 years, getting more efficient over time. For me, my personal situation was I was going to be buying a house. So I needed to show more income. So I had to show income. I did have to pay taxes. I did have to pay Social Security, all those things. I would suggest to you, if you're just getting started, go to a serious tax professional who knows transporting in and out, who knows exactly the situation you're in, the rest of your personal tax situation, whether you got family, kids, all that, it's going to all be put together and they'll be able to advise you. I would ask them a million questions, have them all written down, write down their answer because you're going to forget. I had to write down all mine. And then after that first year, you can do your taxes yourself. And then you're going to know, okay, well, I'm going to be depreciating this much for my truck. I can expect this much in miles or food or, all that stuff put together when you go to do your taxes. That's the best way to do it. So I now personally, how I pay my taxes, I've done TurboTax the last 2-3 years now. I know the setup, the routine, how I'm going to do it, the depreciation, all these things. And so for me, that's how I do it. I don't go to a more costly tax professional. I do it myself. I know the game, how I need to do it. So you can show as much income as you'd like and pay those taxes, or you can legally you could write off as much as you wanted and show zero, but then that hurts you in other areas of life, and it is what it is. So hopefully that helps you there. Let's see. Do you have a video of all the stuff you haul with you? Should I use a small compressor and hose, impact drill, or anything like that? Things that aren't required by the transport company. Yes, you should. I am planning on making a video on all those things, covering that stuff. Definitely look out for that. I'm not going to say it's going to be soon. There's other things I want to get to before that, but there's definitely some things that you want to keep with you. And for those of you who are still here at the 2 hour 49 minute mark in this live stream. I'm just going to share with you. I have something that I'm going to be, I have a big thing and then I have a small thing that's related to the big thing that I've been working on for some time that just about has killed me, but I'm trying to be a better helper to you. And so I'm going to be kind of launching that or releasing that to everybody in the near future. And so along those lines, the smaller thing is related to that. So that's as vague as I'm going to be, as specific as I'm going to be. What fixed your fuel problem? My share was helping with. Yes, Rick Boat Rides. Yes, sir. Hold on one second. I'm going to go pick up pizza from him. Sweet. My girlfriend, who was in here earlier in the live stream, she said she's picking up pizza and breadsticks. So just so you guys know, when that happens, I'm going to have to bail at that time, just so you know. Yeah, basically, the fuel problem was, I believe, it was that fuel rail pressure sensor in the back of the rail. Had to pull some the crankcase filter, ventilation, all that stuff off the top of the engine off to be able to get back there to replace that fuel rail pressure sensor. And it was that sensor that was throwing the code that I had there, that rough idle, rough issues. I also cleaned all the electrical sensors or plugs to the top of the engine, I believe, for all the injectors. Got those all cleaned out and pressed back in there securely. So that was the fix for that. But yeah, Ricky, he was a really big help to me. So yep. It's 2001. Too old to transport solely messages. Okay, Jim. Depending on the company you go with, you're going to need to contact as many companies as you can. They all have different limits of how old they accept trucks. But when it comes down to it, right now, the name of the game, if you're looking to get into it now, the name of the game is they are desperate. They are desperate for as many trailer haulers and trucks as possible to be pulling. So right now is the best time of the year, especially this year with everything going on, is the best time for you to jump on and try to get leased on right now. Other times of the year, they may not go for an 01. Some companies say 10 years is the oldest. Some are 15 that I've heard. You're going to have to talk to them. What I would suggest you to do, I said this earlier in the stream. There you go. Chris says Titan Transport. So check them out. But sorry, guys. But I would suggest if you are looking to get on with any of these companies, say, hey, I have an 01 truck. I would love to send you some pictures. Can I go ahead and email those to you right now to see if it's in a good condition? If it's in really great condition, if it's not a rust bucket, clean it up, make it look spotless, and send some of those pictures over to these companies. And I mean, you're going to kind of have to beg because it's kind of 19 years old. They may not go for it. Honestly, all of them might say no. It's very possible. But if it looks solid, if it looks good, and again, if they're desperate, they're going to say, please come and sign because we just need you too bad. So that's the best info I can give there. Tim says, okay, thanks. I know you already posted your email, but I can't find it. I got you, Chris. Yes, sir. Let's type that in. Contact. I can't spell my own thing. What a deal. What a guy. Okay, there you go. There you go, Chris. I did do a delete, remove, plug my fuel rail, release valve. That way I'm always getting 100% fuel to my engine at all times. Yeah, just make sure that you're not, cranking up anything else to really cause some issues with that. But you should be good there. Yeah, so on the other end of that, I've got the sensor on one end, and then I've got like what you're talking about, the actual the plug. I did the same thing, but it was on the other end at the back where there's an electrical connector that goes into the back there. That's what I had to replace this last time. So, yeah. Yeah, guys. See if I'm caught up all the way on the actual thing here. I think I am. Any other questions, guys? We're coming up on 3 hours. 21 people in the chat right now. That just blows my mind. Yeah. Trying to think of anything else to share with you guys. So they took my 1997 Ram 300. Chris, when was that? Was that this year? Was that a couple years ago? I'm a 23-year-old truck. Wow. Curious when they took that. Just found your channel after watching Fairwinds. Awesome content. Thanks, Paul. Hey, Paul, man, thanks so much for that encouragement. That's awesome. Glad you're here. And Fairwinds and Following Seas. He's a great guy. Meeting him in person this last end of the week. It was a great time. He came over to the house, and we had a great time talking and just hanging out and getting to know him a little bit better in person, not just seeing his videos like you guys. I watch his stuff all the time too. Yeah, really appreciate that, man. Thanks. 2 months ago. Wow. And it was restored. That is what my first video is about. Rebuilding my truck. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, a 97 truck that got fully restored looks like a mint, yeah, I could believe they definitely would accept that. Very good, man. Let's see. Man, still 24 people. Anybody else have any questions or, again, I really haven't shared a whole lot about myself. I'm willing to if you want to know, but I'm not going to just, here's my whole life story and just vomit, stuff out at you guys. But after almost 3 hours, it's about time for pizza, Frank. You are right. Miss Kara, she said she is finishing up and picking up the pizza and the breadsticks. And so I've got my front, I've got 2 garage doors. So I've got the back one that leads out to the alleyway, which is where you saw that video on Fairwinds and Following Seas. And then I've got my front garage door in the front here that leads to the front. So I'll be able to see her when the pizza comes. You already know I'm going to be wrapping this party up because I'm ready to smash some pizza and and some breadsticks. Yeah. What kind of pizza? I don't even know, Frank. Hopefully it's not some mystery meat, but we'll see what happens. I hope it's pepperoni or something like that, some bacon or I don't know. We'll find out. Dan the man is in the house. Awesome. Your smile shirt was killer. Sir, I bought that a while ago, and I thought, you know what? What's the most ridiculous thing I could wear for my first live stream or meeting up with Casey? What can I do that's just so ridiculous? And I thought, well, I ended up with a smiley face. That's all I can say. It's just ridiculous enough, and just in your face, and like, yeah, that's perfect. Oh man, Papa John's and jalapeno poppers tonight. I think that's where she got it from. I think she let's see here. See what she said. From Papa John's. Yep. So we salute you over here. Just kidding, now. Fat Lives Matter. Check out my Facebook page of the same name, brother. Oh my word! I think you I'm a happy guy. Yeah, you know what? I'm willing to share this stuff with you guys if you want to hear it. But, John, Frank, is that for me? What's my other channel? Oh, okay. So I'll avoid going down that road. Frank, if you're talking to me about what my other channel is, I actually have multiple other channels. I have one other channel that I actually post videos, and it has nothing to do with transporting. And maybe I'll share that someday. I don't know if you guys would really want to know about that, but maybe I'll share it another time. You said you don't run as much. Why? Mr. Paul Baker. So I don't run as much, mainly because I've gotten my costs down for essentially everything. I'm finding cheaper on average. Generally, obviously, fuel prices go up and down. But generally, I find the cheaper, at any given time, I'm generally finding cheaper fuel spots than the more expensive ones. Especially due to the discounts from Synergy with the pay card that we have at TA and Petro. I'm all of my maintenance and my parts that I buy, I'm buying them at a cheaper rate. I'm finding better places to get them from. This is just my opinion that I believe comparing all these other things. I'm doing all of the work myself. I'm saving thousands of dollars doing the work myself. And just sometimes I found out the hard way, and I've had to replace the part multiple times. But the main thing is that, I've gotten all of my costs down. I'm not buying a fuel tank. I'm not buying a fifth wheel. I already have all the things I need. And so my cost to operate is so much lower. My insurance, I shared this in the other live stream. My insurance started out when I was 23. It started out very cheap, and then it quickly went up due to a failure of mine. But it was at like $460 or something like that. I now pay $233. My truck is almost paid off, not quite yet. Once my truck's paid off, I will continue to make that same payment to my savings account so that I'm preparing for the next truck or the next big breakdown or whatever that is. So it's these things that I'm living on less. The cost of business has gone down overall, in time, as well as my budget that I have for just living where I live and all the things I need. I'm cutting that down. I'm living off of less. So I don't, in my mind, where I'm at in life, and it's okay to disagree, and it is what it is. I don't want to have to work harder and longer and be gone from my family and my friends and my house that I recently bought. I'm trying to work on that. And my girlfriend and the wild dog you heard in here earlier, Bella, my girlfriend's dog. I love my people. I love my place. I want to be more with people, not alone out on the road, just to make more and more payments for all these things I really don't need in my life. Living on less is kind of where I'm at. So, anyways, that's why I'm driving less, because I don't have to, because I don't want all these other things in life. I'm trying to live off of less. So my budget has only gone down in time, and that doesn't mean that it won't go up in the future with a wife and kids and everything else coming on in life. But that's just kind of where I'm at, Paul. I could run more and more, but in just kind of sharing my heart with you guys, my passion is not RV transport, driving on the road. My passion over the last year has been growing more and more to helping you guys start better, get better, however I can do to help you guys go, further and faster than I ever did. My startup, if you go back in this live stream, my startup, I shared, it was an epic fail. My truck blew up in the first month. I had a 6.0 Ford. I got the Ram. I was almost $10,000 above value for my Ram from the Ford that got added on to it. I mean, it was just an absolute fail. And I just, I don't want that to happen to you guys. I don't want you to I literally knew nothing. I can't emphasize it enough. I knew nothing about RV transport. And I said, well, it's more money than driving a school bus, than doing this or doing that. So I'll just go do it. I knew nothing. I did no research. I didn't even know the questions that you guys are asking now, which are great questions, by the way. I had no idea what I was doing. So all that to say, my real passion more and more is to help you guys, to be an encourager to you guys, to share any information that can save you time, save you money, so that you can be home with your family, pay all your bills, do what you got to do in life. That's my real passion. It's not the RV. Being a helper, high mileage helper, is not just a name. That's my heart. I want to be a helper. I want to help you guys do better any way I can. I'm not a guru. I don't know everything. I just know the things where I failed severely. In whatever way I can push you guys forward, I'm there all day. That's my passion. So, anyways, yeah. Let's see. If you guys are ready to go hard, $2,000 a week. If a guy wants to go hard, is $2,000 a week achievable? Depending, well, man, that's a loaded. You might not think so, but it's kind of a loaded question, Eric. Is your company having backhauls like Horizon? Then I would say, yeah, for sure. Depending, what does hard mean? Is that one trip a week? Is that two? Is that 700 miles a day, or more, depending on where you're going, speed limits and all that. There's a lot of things to that. I would definitely say yes, but you got to really think through that. What are you doing? What does hard mean? Going hard. Back when I was hot shotting, I set up a commercial account. O'Reilly's say good way to save money on repairs. Very good, Chris. I love O'Reilly's. It's the closest place to my house, but they seem more knowledgeable than the other places around town. Doesn't mean that every O'Reilly's is, but I definitely use O'Reilly's. I got there just the regular person thing, and I'm always getting $5, $10. I think I got like $25 not too long ago. I'm buying way too much stuff there. But yeah, I definitely use those for if I need stuff on hand right then and there. I'll go there and get the parts. They seem to be slightly cheaper than other places, but maybe not. Great person. Very much appreciated. Keep up the great work. Dan the man, thank you, sir. Happy to do it. And any way I can help. Awesome. Good for you. I've been running Verizon for over a year now. I agree. You learn so much as you do it to save money. Absolutely. Paul, less is more. Yes, sir. It really is, man. The worst, in my opinion, the worst, financial decisions, hopefully, are at the beginning. And you're going to quickly learn, oh, this is wrong. This is a better way to do over here. Oh, that's not the best place. I need to go over here. Like it just comes with time. But on top of that, I want to help you guys share what I know, so you don't even have to make the initial garbage decision, if possible. Tony, hello, what's going on, man? Glad to have you in the stream. Awesome. In one of your videos, I thought you said you prefer pulling travel trailers over fifth wheels. Why? Phil, very good. Currently, and this is my personal issue right now. And again, this is one of these things that's just embarrassing to me that I'm just like, oh man, this is really dumb. I'm an idiot. Uh, I carries in the street. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Be safe. Love you. Kara is my girlfriend, and she's bringing pizza. If you're just joining right now, so Frank is man. See you later, Frank. Have a good night, man, and thank you. I will definitely enjoy the pizza. Thank you, sir. Have a good one, Jim. Have a good night, man. Sorry I missed that. Have a good night, man. Safe travels to you too. Back to you, Phil. The reason why currently is because my current toolbox behind my fifth wheel, close to the tailgate, it is taller than the regular low profile ones, and I've had a lot of trouble with that toolbox. And essentially right now, in order to hook up a fifth wheel, I have to raise the fifth wheel up so much higher and then back up and then drop it and then go in. And I'm living in constant fear that this is going to be the one fifth wheel that when I go over a bump or go over some type of object or a hill or whatever it is, that my rear axle to my truck, which is where the fifth wheel is connected to, and the back of the plate there is going to tap and hit my toolbox. I bought this not thinking through a couple years ago, and I thought it's a problem that's worth putting up with. Well, it's not, and because of that, because I'm living in constant fear of a stupid fifth wheel thing coming down and pivoting, and then hitting my toolbox, damaging the toolbox as well as the fifth wheel. I've just been scared to death of that happening. I don't prefer fifth wheels over travel trailers right now until I get a new toolbox, which is coming in the future here shortly. I absolutely prefer travel trailers because there's no risk of damaging a fifth wheel like that. So that's my own foolishness, and I'm going to have to pay the price. That toolbox has been beat to death. It was a bad decision, and yikes. So for that reason, I'm currently not in favor of pulling a fifth wheel right now. I still will, but it's a last resort. I do get better fuel economy. It is easier to pull. It is more stable across the board. It takes less time hooking up a fifth wheel if you don't have a dumb toolbox that is just as tall as the bed rail frames, whatever, and causing that issue. So if you're still here, Phil, that's why, and kind of the issue with that, and that's just my fault. I shouldn't have bought that dumb thing. I wanted all the space in the world, and I thought it was worth it, and it's not. So I will be throwing that garbage away shortly. So yeah. So we're at 3 hours and 13 minutes. Oh my word. If nobody else has anything to say, if you have a question, I believe Kara is probably going to be here sometime soon. Anybody else have anything? How about, Destination Trailers. Destination Trailers. I'm sorry, Destination Trailers. I don't know what you mean by that. Maybe I should. Is that a brand name? I'm sorry. I'm pleading dummy right now. Sorry. Phil, could you explain that? I don't know if I can answer that right now. Really big travel trailers. Okay, gotcha. So like the park models, the ones that look like train. Let me know. Is it the ones that look like train cart type things? They're literally rectangles, like boxes. Is that what you mean, Phil? Talking about that, those. Oh, I've made some mistakes. Pulling those for the same rate as a regular one, you are going to lose so much profit. Your fuel economy is going to be absolute garbage, and I think with the weight being what it is, man, you're losing quite a bit of tread. More per mile than you normally would for any other trailer. 40-foot plus. Yeah, I've pulled a 43 before. Park model or whatever it's called, destination trailers, I guess. It was like 13.6, and even though it was 13.6, man, that thing, I got like 6. I went down to Texas and got like 6 MPG. It was atrocious. It was a fail. I know I still made money, but it was not what it should have been. It was pretty rough. Yeah. Do RV transporters put APUs on their trucks? Again, I'm the idiot in the room here. APU, is that in like a AC system or a heater system or? Sorry, I'm dumb. Could you explain that? Harmonica Ben? I'm saying that right? I've heard APU before, but I don't know where I'm remembering that from, so I'm sorry. Some people do. Thanks, Phil. Have a good night, man. I will definitely enjoy the pizza. Okay, auxiliary power unit runs AC and heat. Okay, gotcha. Chris, have a good night, man. Thanks for joining us. See you later, man. God bless. Auxiliary power units run AC and heat. I have heard of a few people doing that. I've heard of people doing solar, having auxiliary like power tractor trailers, use them to save on idling while sleeping. Yeah, some people, I've seen it before, even just buying a little generator in the bed that's quiet enough, running off of gas, and then having a legit AC window window unit of some type, or a hose, going into there, sealed off. I've seen that before or heard that before. Using that to save on the wear and tear on your truck, the engine life, all of those things, fluids, filters, all that. Thanks, Eric. Have a good night, man. Appreciate it. Glad to help. Yeah, some people do. It's a pretty small amount of people that do it. Those are some pretty committed folks. If they do have that, they probably have a haul and tow, or they have like a 5500 with a sleeper or some type of setup like that. I've only seen it a couple times on a 3500. So that may or may not be a normal option, I guess. But anyways, I see we're dropping down and folks heading to bed. Probably it's 9:30. 3 hours, 18 minutes. So Tony, thanks for stopping by, man. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I think Kara's about home with the pizza, and I'm already slobbering, ready to go. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully I answered that question there. But hopefully you guys have a great night tonight. And I think tomorrow I'm not going to be on the road. I will be on the road this week for sure. But I'm going to try to make some videos tomorrow if I can and get them pumping out, ready to go for as we go forward. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for being in this live stream. Again, just kind of crazy that the people are sticking around and want to hear me for over 3 hours, however long you've been here. But hopefully this helped you. If I was, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not. I don't know if you can even see this live stream if you're not subscribed, but have a great night, guys, and we'll see you later. God bless, guys.